misconceptions. We've got truth in our possession. No room for doubt, no time to waste. It's time to put flat earth in its place.
Welcome everybody to Tuesday night. I'm your host MCToon. Well, it's Thursday, but it's always Tuesday night on the MCToon live channel. If you happen to have been lucky enough today on the crypto, I forgot the name of crypto something podcast, was live on YouTube, and I had noticed that Flat Earth Dave had tweeted that he was going to be live on there. So you know what I did? I said, hey, let's all go over there and see what he has to say about his absolutely insecure app. And he did a little more cover up. And then when Max and myself contacted them by sending an email, and they said that Dave didn't know who was coming on. They just said it was a Glober coming on. So it was Max, not me. Dave ran. He ran. He's like, he can't defend his stuff. He lies. We know his shtick. We can defend the lies. And Max is fantastic. So Max came on. He was there for a little bit. I emailed. They brought me on. It was a great time. I did a community post on my Conspiracy Tunes channel. If you want to know where that is exactly, I don't know. I might clip part of that and bring it, replay it on my show. Anyway, Max sent a clip. Perfect. I will get that going. Anyway, we'll watch that in a little bit. Tonight is a call-in show, and that means that everyone's invited. What I'll do is one at a time, and I'll probably set a 5-minute timer just so that we don't have anybody. That's the clip. That's the clip. Just so we don't have anything that goes just too long. And of course, as always, do note, I will play favoritism whenever I want. That's how I roll. It's on Zoom. It's best. It's more interesting if you want to be on screen. You don't have to. And if you really want to, if there's a bunch of people, maybe I'll jump into my Discord server instead. So let me set up the scene. Before that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to send, drop the Zoom link in there. All right. There's the Zoom link, and I'm setting up the Zoom meeting. So for reference, if you don't know, I am planning to go to Antarctica in December. I am around $24,000 of $40,000 in fundraising. And I'm going to buy the plane tickets. I haven't yet, but I'm going to go do that. So this is going on, hoping that the rest of it can get put together. So I'm nervous. I'm very nervous about that because if I can't go, then I will refund the money. And so this will be me spending money that has been sent to me. So I'll probably take the money from PayPal or CashApp, one of the two. And that's where I'll take it from to buy the tickets. The GoFundMe is mostly going to be just basically going to send that to ALE. The GoFundMe is at $17,000. The total amount needed is $35,000. So if anybody's interested, here, that's not on the screen. Let me get it on the screen here. If anybody's interested in helping, the GoFundMe link I'll have up in a second. The Cash App has a very, very low fee. It's basically just a single transaction fee from Cash App to my bank account versus like a 3%. It changes. I don't know exactly why. I see some of them on PayPal are 0% and some are 3%. And I think if it comes from another country, the currency change has a little bit of an extra percentage. So, all right. There we go. There's the info, but I'll switch it so that you can see the last tally that I did was that. Right there. There you go. I will, as people talk, I'll update it because that's not from today. So, Sim Kia says, if you get the money, go 1 week earlier and bring the news early. That would be a super move for your channel. Well, the news is, of course, that we know. And the whole point of this particular stream is what's the excuses that they're going to give. So, Sim Kia, I would love for you to come in and offer what you think the excuses will be from the flat earthers when we definitely do see the circling sun. So it's meant to be a little humorous. Now, I've already received a submission from from Raynard Wilson, a good friend of mine, and he's out on a run, and he's like, "Here's, I'll send you this." So let me get this up so we can see. Oh, I need to get this. Get the like it's a video, so he just sent a video, so I need to pop that in there. So Chrome, there you go. All right, so we'll see what he has for his offer, for what he thinks. This might get you a little idea of what we're thinking.
What will their excuse be when they finally see 24 hours of sunlight? Well, I think they're actually going to deny having seen 24 hours of sunlight. I think they're going to say, actually, it was some other number, and therefore that the entire experiment was invalid.
All right, some other number, he says. Thank you, Raynard. We'll see if he comes up with anything else on his during his run. Anyway, we've got Alejandro coming in right now, and so it takes a couple seconds from when I say you're coming in until everything gets hooked up. So if you're listening to the YouTube stream, you'll want to be ready to mute it so it doesn't have feedback. So there's two of me. Alejandro, I don't know if you're going to be on screen or not, but all right. So yeah, there will be 24 hours of circling sun, and then what will their excuse be?
Do you hear me?
I hear you. I also hear the YouTube in the background going. So you should mute the stream in the background there.
Yeah. Sorry, I have to have it the YouTube right now because for some reason I can't hear Zoom in my computer.
You can't hear Zoom. Okay. Well, then maybe we'll have a little feedback. We'll deal with it. All right.
Let me mute myself for a little bit while I check this.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. I'm gonna get a timer up. So, all right. Not enough people know how feedback loops work, says Ashton Richards. No, I do it too. I've had, like, you're watching the video and you're like, oh, I'll jump in. You click the link, Zoom comes up. You're not thinking about it. I get it. It happens. So yeah, last night I was going through some of the things that I was thinking about doing. Like, should I get like a body cam like the cops have and just wear it the whole time? What would you think? Should I just have that, like just the raw footage of the whole experience? So, if some flatty comes up and starts, talking smack, it'd be on video. We'd have it. And what flatty might be talking smack? Who knows? What flatty might be a smack talker? Mr. Toffees says another $10 sent. Thank you very much for that. And so I will, let's see, I'll jump into CashApp. So case you don't know, I keep everything. I have a spreadsheet with everything in it. And if you note in when you send it, you can usually say something. If you want me to not share your name, then I won't. So let me see here. We got that one, and then, all right. Mark, thank you very much. I think that was yesterday.
Oh, there we go. I've solved it.
All right. How you doing?
Fine, thank you. I would love to turn on my video camera, but I don't have one.
Oh, all right. It's okay.
Yeah. I just bought this new computer, and so since it's not a laptop, it doesn't come with a webcam.
All right. Well, so what do you think the excuse will be from the Flatties?
Oh, that's a good question. I've been wondering that myself. So I think from what I've heard, I think the most likely excuse will be like, oh, it's just some kind of mechanism we don't know yet. It's just reflecting of the dome, this special material dome that we don't know nothing about. So yeah, that's it. I think
it has to be that. Oh, look at this.
Really, kitty?
It's just handed a kitty. How lovely is that? I'm just sitting here and a cat gets put into my hand.
Yeah, I love cats.
Raccoon is super soft. Brenda, I put the link in the chat, so I'll put it in again and then pin it. So there you go.
She's a little baby.
Watch this. She's so nice. Usually you can't scratch her tummies, but she doesn't mind too much.
When you're playing with her, she likes it.
Yeah. There it is. Okay. Thank you. All right, go to bed. All right. Sorry. Cats always get priority.
Yeah. Understandable.
So yeah, the magical dome that they have zero evidence for. All right, pinning the message. There it is. So anything else? Like what do you think? What do you think's going to be like the response to the general population of them? Like, do you think any of them? Do you think a small number of them? Do you think a large number will change their mind?
Oh, I think almost none of them will change their mind. They'll just look for excuses, to be honest.
Almost none. Yeah, I tend to think that. But I don't see that as the real goal. The real goal I see more as, there won't be new Flerfs. Any existing or anybody going out there saying, oh, hey, believe us. We know better than all the
yeah, I would like to think that, but I don't know. There's just some very stupid people out there.
Yeah, unfortunately. Okay. And I got it. I got the one on PayPal here. So there we go. There's that. And then one more I got to update. All right. Are you ready? Are you ready for the update?
For what update?
The update for the fundraising update.
Fundraising update.
So before the stream, at the last stream, I was at 23,790, and after that, 23,967, right on the edge of 24,000. So thank you very much there. All right, Alejandro, where are you?
I'm in Mexico.
Mexico. All right. Now you said it the American way.
Oh, well, yeah, because I'm speaking English.
Because you're speaking English.
But yeah, in Spanish is Mexico.
So my brother-in-law, my cuñado, his dad is a mechanic and he does mechanic-y things with them. And so they'll be talking and they're talking in Spanish. Mm-hmm. But then every once in a while, they'll say, a word that I recognize that's English, so it'll be Spanish, 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 carburetor, Spanish, Spanish, Spanish. I'm like, and like, just these words that just jump out at me all of a sudden. Cause I understand so little Spanish. He taught me a little, but then I won't let him teach me anymore because he didn't teach me the good Spanish.
Oh yeah, I think I remember the story that you told.
Yeah, I tell it a lot. Josh Smith is like, I tell it all the time. Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's my only Spanish story. What are you going to do? Well, I've got another Spanish story. It's even worse though. A friend of mine I used to work with, he was slacking off in his Spanish class. He had no idea, and they were supposed to do a skit. And the skit was, they're supposed to be like a shopkeep and somebody buying something, and they didn't plan it. They just messed around, and then so it's when it's their time to like do their little skit, they hadn't prepared anything. But my friend is like, well, he's going to be the shopkeep, and the other guy comes walking in. He says, "Tienes unas faldas?" That was it. How's that story? Tienes unas faldas.
Tienes unas what? Sorry?
Faldas.
Faldas.
Skirts.
Oh yeah, okay, yes. It's kind of hard to sometimes recognize because of your accent. But yeah, it's natural.
Yep. All right. Well, I'm sorry. My Spanish it's not even funny in how bad I am about Spanish. So that's not the laundry timer. That was the 5-minute timer. So all right, we've got a few we got Les Rower coming up. So Alejandro, thank you for popping in. We'll see if we get any more
thank you for accepting
excuses. Yeah. All right, now Les was next. But you know what? I got another one from Raynard. Hold on. He just sent one. He's on a run right now. So hold on. See what he says.
Finally figured out what the real excuse is going to be. They'll say that because they witnessed that the sun was visible for 24 hours, it actually means that they were at the North Pole and not the South Pole. And therefore, that has actually proved that the Earth is flat.
Wow, Raynard. I don't know. Do you see any problems with that, Les? I don't know if you heard me. Leslie always has trouble with his microphone and his headphones and his audio. I mean, he's almost as bad as he's almost as bad as me.
Oh well, okay. Do I have any problems? Well, where do I start? Yeah, of course, Flerfs do have a lot of problems with compasses, don't they? Being able to tell north from south.
Yeah. They like to say that compasses don't point south.
I know. They're so dumb. You are hearing me okay, right?
I do hear you now, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I've really got to say is you do realize that FTFE, Craig McNeil, can no longer be allowed to publish anything on the internet after last night.
After last night?
Wasn't it last night his little drag session or whatever you want to call it?
Oh, yeah, that was something. That was something. So, I need to get. Hold on. You keep talking.
Oh, me?
So, yeah, what do you think? What is your idea for their excuse?
Oh my God! I mean, they're gonna. Of course, the coffee cup caustic is going to be their whole thing, ignoring the fact, of course, that means that the sun cannot be inside the dome. But then they've never been bothered by consistency or having their theories match each other, or hypotheses. Not even hypotheses. They're silly-ass notions. Yeah, they're silly-ass notions. Never match each other, let alone reality.
They're vague ideas.
Yeah.
All right. I gotta get going with some tab here. It's been a long couple days.
Feel free.
Yeah.
I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole, but or
Tab?
or an inch, or an inch and a half Italian either. But
Being generous there? So
I don't know.
Simkia, jump on Zoom. You can come talk to me.
Thanks for letting me on, though. By
Yes.
the way. I appreciate it. These old bones are still able to rattle a bit.
Oh yeah. I between now and when I go, I really want to refilm using the apparatus that we designed together. Cool. I mean, it's mostly you.
Oh, I hope so. Thank you.
I looked at the video I had made of it. It just wasn't clear enough, so I need to redo that all. But it needs a name. We need a name for the
apparatus needs a name.
Yeah, it has to end with like Ader, right? Somehow, like the testerator, something like that. So you can think about that.
Ball eater. Or...
Well, no, it's testing Whitsit's claims about electrostatic gravity. So
the Whitsit eliminator. There we go.
Could be.
Or Whitsit Terminator. How about that one? The Whitsit Terminator.
I don't think that's it. There's more than just Whitsit that says that.
True.
And after Whitsit is exited, because he will be the one that gave the death blow, because he'll be there. There will still be other flatties kicking around, I
would be willing to bet you a nickel that he's going to try and figure some way still to weasel out.
To not go?
Yeah. I mean, I know he's committed, via contract now, but I think he's going to still try and find some way to weasel out. Whether it's successful or not, I don't know.
Oh, the fact is that he knew that I was planning to go before he signed. So, I thought, well, that might be, he might say nope when I said that, but he didn't. He said, he'll go. That tells me if he was going to try to weasel out, he would have used that, but he didn't. So good for him for that.
Yeah. I mean, gotta give him some props, I guess.
Yeah.
He's got some huevos, I'll say that for him. He's got some reasonably sized huevos.
But he won't offer a prediction.
No.
That's the trick. He will not offer a prediction. And if you won't offer a prediction, well, that's telling.
And you have, not only have you offered a prediction, but you've offered a very solid promise. Really big time promise, here. And, I certainly have no doubt you would, not that you're in any danger of having to actually follow through. But,
I would allow lawyers to have access to my channel while I'm gone and have them do the deleting. I won't pay for the lawyers, right? If somebody else wanted to pay for the lawyers. So anyway, no, a flatty. If a flatty wanted to pay for a lawyer to handle it, I would. And so the thing, your time's up, but just to finish the idea that if the sun does what Flat Earth says, whatever that prediction is, but more importantly, contradicts the globe, because the globe prediction exists. Flat Earthers won't commit to a prediction. So I don't care. I'll even take that. If it doesn't match the globe, then my channel gets deleted. Not my videos get deleted on both my channels, and one video gets uploaded ahead of time where I say that I'll say that the Earth is flat if that's the case. So yeah. Anyway,
the only thing I worry about is that it's going to be overcast the entire time. I mean, that would be disappointing.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be very sad. Like that would absolutely suck. But anyway, we got Brenda coming in. So thanks.
That was my cat that just walked by.
I saw. All right, Leslie. Thank you very much.
Thanks for letting me know. Bye-bye.
All right, here comes Brenda. And yeah, Leslie, you can see yourself out. But you know what? While we were talking there, I got another submission from Raynard Wilson. Hold on, we gotta see what he has to, what his next prediction is.
Okay, I think I know what their excuse is going to be, and this is
another
what
one.
It really will be. They're going to say that the light that they saw that appeared to be the sun wasn't actually the sun, because the sun is a spiritual object, and this was defying God's law. Don't shoot the messenger.
Nailed it. Oh, Brenda. Something's very wrong with your audio, Brenda. It's just buzzing. So maybe reconnect. I don't know if you can even hear me. It's, oh, there. There. That's better. Yeah. Yes, I can hear you now.
Can I share my screen?
You can. Go ahead. Lord Illuminus Pooh. Yeah, we've got Roger Ledwell, we got Sean, and then we got Pooh coming up. All right.
Do you see this?
I do. I did not watch that
It's
yet.
Nachiketa
Yep.
interviewing Will Duffy. This is the quintessential reaction that all flat earthers will have. Let me know if you don't hear the audio, but you should be able to hear the audio.
Okay. I do not hear the audio. So you have to share the audio in Zoom. There's in the bottom left, there's a something about sharing your audio. Let's see. You might have to go to audio settings.
Does that help?
No, it didn't change it.
That didn't change anything?
No. Yeah, there's just one or two settings. I use loopback, so I feed all the audio into Zoom, so I don't have to do that. So I'm not super familiar with it. Let's see, you have to enable audio when starting the share. I don't know if that's the case.
Test.
Yeah, I hear you. And then, what is it?
Test.
Yeah, still hear you. But no audio from Will. So might be, yeah, you have to share the audio from the application. So you're not using a web browser, are you? You're using.
I can't.
Yeah,
I can't
okay.
do it. I can't do it.
If you go to YouTube
know-
and just send me the clip with the timestamp, I could play it myself. You want to do that and then go back to the waiting room, and then I'll bring it back up when you get that?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. All right. Just like put yourself on mute, and after I talk with Roger, I'll see if you're ready. Well, I'll watch for a DM from you. How about that? Then I'll know you're ready. All right, Roger Ledwell, you're on the way in. So if you missed the fire show today, that was coming in after.
I'm in a Zoom call right now.
Yes, you are, Roger.
All right, how you doing, Mike?
I'm great.
You know who I am, right?
You're Roger.
Yeah, I'm part of Flat Slate's panel. And Duffy lives right down the road from me, and I'm actually going with you on your expedition
You're going with
to Antarctica.
All right.
Yeah, with you guys. I'm going with the final experiment.
All right.
I got a GoFundMe going right now. And you don't want to make any predictions, I guess, or you don't want to do it without making a bet on it, you're saying?
No. I know what the sun will do. And so this is about what are the excuses that the flatties are going to say. But I think you're a flatty, right?
Well, I'm on a flat panel. What do you think? And I'm on Flat Slate Show. And I have my own channel, too.
There you go. So now this is then I'll change the question for you, Roger. What is your prediction that of what will happen, and how strongly will you stand behind that prediction?
I'll have to check with a couple of people that I know that actually handle mapping and stuff. So yeah, I can give you one they can predict for you if you want to do that.
I'd
do longitude and latitude predictions.
Yeah, I'd love to get actual longitude, latitude. So
put it all together before I go.
Okay, so for me, my prediction is that the sun will be at its lowest 13 degrees elevation and its highest either 33 or 34 degrees in angular elevation, and that it will not set, and so it will be seen due south at local solar midnight, and that's when it will be 13 degrees elevation. So that's my prediction. So there's no latitude, longitude of that, because I don't know what that would mean. What would a latitude, longitude do for us?
How do you think they made those lines to start with? They didn't just draw like lines until they go in the circle.
So are you? All right, hold on. Are you talking to me because you're cutting in and out?
I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm not getting it. Like it's. You were talking really, I could really get you well before, but now it's not working.
Your volume is kind of low too on my end. Well, I'll be able to get some predictions for you. I won't do them myself personally. I have people that handle.
Okay. Sorry, Roger. Like, I don't know. It's really not coming through well. So if you want to like disconnect and reconnect, you can come back in so that we can hear you.
Oh, it's not a big deal. I just wanted to let you know I'm on the list to go, and my GoFundMe starting as of the last 2 days. So.
Okay.
You can't hear me at all.
I have no idea what you're saying. Like every third word is all I'm getting. So
it's got to be the connection with Zoom. I'm not really the first time I've actually downloaded this computer.
All right. Well, if you want to come back in, Roger, you can.
It's all right. It's
but
good.
Yeah.
I just let you know that I'm going to be with you guys on the trip.
All right. That sounds good. I look forward to it.
Okay. I'll see you there.
All right.
All right. Bye, Michael.
All right. Nothing yet from Brenda. Let me just verify.
I sent you an email.
Oh, an email.
With a link to that was the only solution I could come up with that wouldn't let me clip, because I'm on Linux right now.
Okay.
And so sending messages to other universes is harder.
Okay. All right. I will. All right. I have the clip. I'll put it up on the. Yeah, it looks like it's
1 hour and should be at the 1 hour 40-minute mark.
Yeah, it looks like it's queued up.
I sent it with a mark.
All right. It doesn't. What's going on? It doesn't want to let me do theater mode. Anyway, all right. Here we go. I'll play it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that, because I do think the circling sun is not real, and I do think that the AE map demands a circling sun.
I'm in agreement with you. That's the weird thing, is that I also don't believe the circling sun is real. Okay. However, I remain a flat earther because the Earth is measured flat. Okay, it's still level. Okay, so I just want to. This doesn't prove the flatness or the levelness of the Earth.
What's that, Brenda?
That's going to be their reaction. The visual, though, is what seals it for this. Is you'll see it at about a little after the 140 mark. But
yeah, I see the on screen the timeanddate.com thing. Whatever that is.
He covers his eyes. He covers his eyes.
Who? Not Chiquita does?
A joke that you have to explain. I'm going to have to make a video about it. But that's going to have to be my what they're going to react to is simply going to be that it has nothing to do with the Earth is still flat, and it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's not going to matter to them. What they were doing today, what Nachiketa and Zetetic Warrior were doing today was talking. They went back to the original papers by the Zetetic philosophy stuff.
And Samuel Rowbottom.
Yeah. And apparently in there, it does mention the 24-hour sun in that text, and they highlighted it.
Oh.
And the answer of Rowbottom was that, water is flat, therefore the earth is flat.
Yeah, so a deflection.
They're just they're just going to stick with that. That's going to be, in my opinion, what they're all going to say. They're all going to say, well, what the sun does has no influence on what the shape of the earth is. And it's just going to be denial like that. It's just going to be deflection and denial.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry I couldn't put this together quickly. I had to install Zoom on this Linux box and do all kinds of things. And I'm not familiar with how Linux does audio. It's really different than Windows. So sorry about that.
That's all good. Yeah, multimedia in Linux is definitely not one of the early things that they were thinking about. They were busy writing awesome microkernels. So, all right.
No, it's a good system, but it just sucks for audio.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you.
All right, thank you. All right.
Where's the leave? There it is.
All right, we got Sean. But before Sean comes in, I just happen to have received another video, another possible excuse provided to us from Raynard Wilson, who's still on his run. Let's see what he has to say.
Okay, the excuse will really be that they never actually went anywhere. This entire thing that they witnessed took place on a sort of vast soundstage, and the entire prelude to it was part of a sort of deliberate deception involved in getting all of these flat earthers and the non-flat earthers, such as yourself, getting them to what turned out to be some kind of frigid soundstage. How about that?
A frigid soundstage. Perfect. All right, we've got Sean. Dude, it's been a long time since I've talked with you.
Yeah,
welcome.
We've talked sort of on the background a little bit here and there through DMs, but nothing publicly, and it's been a bit.
All right, let's see the cat first. We gotta see the kitty.
Oh no, this is Patches.
Oh, nice kitty.
And she's a love bug. She will let me pet her tummy for days, as long as I keep petting her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. All right, what's their excuse going to be, Sean?
There's several. As you know, I forwarded you a conversation I had with Sleeping Warrior that I accidentally butt dialed him on the 4th, and he got back with me on the 5th, and we exchanged some text messages after that. And the TFE came up. And of course, his excuses were, one, Jaren and Witsit would be murdered. Just flat out murdered. But the Globers won't be murdered. Just Jaren and Witsit. Then it became the sun simulator. So they're going to have a helicopter flying around with a simulated sun that nobody's ever going to see. I think you actually covered a video on that.
Yeah.
With Dave.
A few people have. I think, yeah.
Then he said that they would actually be going to the North Pole, which Raynard just brought up as well, which fails because in December, how much sun do you get at the North Pole?
None.
0. It is 24 hours of darkness. So why did he come up with that as an excuse? I have no idea, but I just laughed and laughed, and it was just horribly bad. But I just wanted to offer that up. I actually had a conversation with Sleeping Warrior, and apparently that's the Nathan Cruz excuses. So
yeah,
there you go. So nice to talk to you again. I'll let you go on with your stream.
All right. Thanks, Sean. That was Sean Hufford, everybody. All right. We got some poo coming up, but you know what? Let me just check my messages. Hey, I got another message from, poo's already in. Another message from Raynard. I'll play that after Pooh. How you doing, Pooh?
Same old. How you doing, Mike?
I'm great.
So I didn't realize it was going to be a one-on-one scenario, and I was expecting like the pile up, just everybody chatting and
you just wanted to
out.
hide. It's all you. It's all Pooh.
Oh, it's all me. Hello, the internet. I am Illuminous Pooh. You are the initiates, and together we are the Illuminati.
I love it. All right. What do you think? it's okay.
The excuses are going to be.
Yeah, and it's okay to repeat. Like you can kind of vote a little bit. It'll be to get kind of a consensus of what we all together think will be their excuses, I suppose.
Okay, so for the ones going, I find that they're going to really be behind an 8 ball here. They're going to have to get really creative to get their way out of that. I'm sure Witsit can word salad his way out of a hole. As far as everyone else, I think they're going to go with the Witsit and Jaren, or just shills, and they were paid off to join the dark side. That's my answer.
That's kind of like what Banjo said. Effie Banjo, he actually said he put together a whole video presentation on several different ideas that he thought might happen, and one of them was that Witsit would terminate Jaren. Why? No idea. And then have a press conference when they land in Chile, as if thousands of people don't go to Antarctica every year. Right? Like as if this is actually the kind of big deal. Like there's some sort of a, all of, I suppose if you think that the nameless, faceless, they are somehow hiding everything, that they're watching this whole thing, whoever they are.
Well, as the nameless, faceless they.
Oh, that's you. Yes, of course. I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah. It happens. It happens. The whole point of us is to, make people think we don't exist. But, as the nameless, faceless they, I would actually put a little bit of credence towards that particular hypothesis, as we have kidnapped Witsit's family, and we'll be using that as leverage to activate him as our sleeper agent. Oh, geez, you're putting this out on the internet, aren't you?
Yeah. Yep. Live streaming it.
Said that live, huh? Oh man.
Did you need me to just a second? Hold on. I can fix this. I'm gonna need.
If you could get NASA to cut that out there, that'd be great.
Well, not NASA. I got the little quicker solution. Just a second. You're gonna want to close your eyes, Pooh, for no reason. Just All right. We are joined live right now with Lord Illuminous Pooh. How are you doing, Lord Illuminous Pooh?
Hello, the internet. I am Illuminous. No, I'm not going to do that again.
That was so good.
That's my turn. Oh, and Mr. Roar, if you're still watching, hit me up. It's just been really busy on my side. But other than that, I will let the next person take the place.
Right. Well, thank you. I have received
Guten Abend.
Guten that whatever that is.
It was supposed to be good night in German, but I
German, yeah.
Horrible.
I recognize German a little bit. Okay, I have up on screen from Icy Spin the list of excuses. 8 of them so far. This is on Pastebin. We got 2 suns, solar generator or solar simulator, right? Full denial, as Raynard Wilson has said. They were drugged or hypnotized. Advanced hologram, nice. Atmospheric illusion. The I don't care excuse, as offered by Brenda, and they never went anywhere, as offered by Raynard. Raynard's R-A-Y. All right. So now, before Cretan Bull comes on, as I mentioned already, I have received a notification on my notification watch that Raynard has sent yet another offer of what he thinks might be happening. So let's see what this is.
Okay. What's the excuse going to be? Well, I think some of the Flerfs will deny that the experiment actually took place in Antarctica. They will claim that they were sent to some other place, and that the fact that the sun was visible for 24 hours is proof that they weren't in Antarctica.
All right. Another repeat of a theme there. But it's a slight variation. All right. mean, they've got to flip around and try to figure out what it is that they're actually doing. Right. The more they throw out, the more possibilities they have to come back later and say, this is the one. You just didn't know that this was the one. We knew it was all along, but there's 75 excuses. This was the one that we actually thought. All right, we've got Cretan Bull in the house.
Hey, how are you?
I'm super.
So this is what I'm thinking. I think the odds of the weather being absolutely perfect and optimal are very low. So they're going to combine conspiracies and blame the reason for them not being able to see the 24-hour sun on Marjorie Taylor Greene's weather control.
Is that what she actually is offering? Is she saying that?
There's a current conspiracy right now about the tornadoes hitting the southern states, and it's like a QAnon type of thing or whatever. But the idea that Joe Biden and the Democrats or the government in general or whatever actually have weather control devices, and they are targeting southern Republican states. I don't mean to be political, but that's just what's being said right now.
Yeah, this is conspiracy nutcasery. So
Which
exactly, it's exactly what I talk about. So, but is Marjorie Taylor Greene actually promoting this, or is it like adjacent to her and she's not
literally promoting it? She put out a tweet that said something like, I'm paraphrasing here, I'm not getting exactly right, but the intention is the same. She said something along the lines of, if you don't believe that they can control the weather, then you don't know what's going on, or something to that effect. So she advocated for it, for sure.
Wow. So the thing is, of course, Marjorie Taylor Greene is part of they, right?
Well, she is.
If anybody knows about these things, it's the people currently in office in the highest offices in the country. That's her.
Exactly. Well, she's also like the Jewish space lasers lady, right? So anything she says is whatever.
She must not be quite high enough yet.
Yeah. Well, she was apparently at one point vying for the vice presidency, or at least hoping for it, if Trump won.
Yeah, I don't think that kind of nuttery is exactly the kind of thing that anybody, no matter what, would be like, yeah, let's get that. No.
Yeah.
No. Wow.
So if the weather is anything other than optimal, I'm predicting weather control conspiracies merge with Flerf conspiracies. If the weather happens to be nice and you see the sun that doesn't set, that's where Witz is going to step up and word salad about like atmospheric lensing, and he's just going to make up a whole bunch of gobbledygook. And I'm predicting that he's going to say that what you're seeing isn't the sun; it's the sun reflecting off the ice and snow.
Okay. So he I think you're onto something there. We're 2 months out. He's not quite focused on coming up with excuses yet, but as we get closer, if he's not just right, I think Jaron is like, he might be the one that takes either path.
Yeah. I'm optimistically cautious about him being honest.
Yeah. But on the other hand, and so Jaron months ago invited all sorts of flat earthers to come forward and offer their explanation for the sun. And all of the ones that came in, he's like, that was nuts. That was nothing. So, but now I'm thinking, here's my thoughts. Austin will be in the Discord servers, not now, we're 2 months out, in the month, the 4 weeks, the 2 weeks before going, he'll be in there doing some test balloons, right?
I guaranteed.
Riffing on different ideas. Oh, what about this? And see if he gets a little feedback, like, oh yeah, that works. Or this one here, what about this? And be like, nah, I don't, what? That doesn't make sense. That kind of stuff.
I think, well, the thing with him is he speaks quickly and confidently and uses words that most people, especially Flerfs, don't understand or don't have proper definitions of. So he can BS his way through that community. He can get maybe 80% of that community to buy into what he's saying because he just sounds, like I said, he speaks quickly and confidently, and he sounds like he knows what he's talking about, and that's enough for some people.
It is, yeah. And that's, it's sad to be that gullible, but of course people are. And caution to all of us, we have blind spots. We have things that we're not really, we don't have skills in every vertical.
Oh, absolutely.
Outside your verticals, be cautious.
My science education taps out at the high school level. I study criminology.
Yeah.
So I'm working off of high school level high school level science, and I have a little bit of post-secondary math. But
this book, I paid for the hardcover book from OpenStax, right there. Right. This whole book is free. This is high school physics. This is what I'm going through with my kid right now. Right. So while I sit at the table, we go through this book but it's available. There's a website and a PDF. So if you want to brush up on high school physics,
that's awesome.
OpenStax, and it's free. It's well written. So,
like I said, I've read a few of Richard Feynman's books, especially like his
6 Easy Things.
I read that, and I read the follow-up was like 6 Less Easy Things or 6 Harder Things, whatever it is. I read that one too. That one, again, I'm a high school level science guy.
It's appropriately named.
It is. but his lectures that's when he was at Caltech, and these were his lectures for first year students, and I can understand that. That's at my level.
Yeah.
So
that's great. That's all you really for almost everything ever. Yeah. It's great.
For this, you just need elementary school math, geometry, very basic geometry. Is all you need. But I'm interested in science. Like I said, I read stuff, but I haven't formally studied it beyond the high school level. But you don't need to really, not for this topic. Awesome. I just never pretend to know something you don't know. That's the other thing.
Be aware. Be aware of where those things are. So, all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Crete and Bolt, thank you very much for joining.
Yeah, thank you.
We've got Maddie. I'll admit Maddie here, but you know what? Who would have thought? I've got another one from Raynard. So just a second. He just sent another one out while he's out on his run. Hold on.
I think I know what the real excuse is going to be. They're going to claim that actually what they witnessed didn't take place on Earth, and that maybe they were drugged and transported temporarily to some other planet, which just happened to be spherical. But now we're back on Earth. None of it applies because it was some other place that wasn't our planet.
That's my favorite one so far. All right, Maddie.
Hey, what's happening?
Not
you
much. I hear you just fine, yeah.
So I talked to you the other day, and I was the one that asked about the mountain getting in the way.
Yes.
The audio chat in Discord.
Yep. Your camera froze.
Hello? I think it froze.
Yeah. It definitely froze. If you're on wireless, that could sometimes be it. You know what? I can stop sending video to you. That might help. I'll try that. We'll see. I don't know. Oh, he dropped out. Totally gone. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Come back in a little bit. We've got flattened destruction. While Maddie argues with something there. All right. Flattened destruction. Welcome.
Hey, it's good to see you again.
Yeah.
And it looks like my video is a little off out of alignment with the audio. So here's what they're going to do. They're going to say that because the dome rotates, that Antarctica is rotating with the dome, and that explains how they can line the sun's position with the direction that they're looking.
Oh my gosh. Like the all of Antarctica, because it's a ring, it just moves with. That is brand new, and I love it.
I'm just saying, you got to think like them. You got to,
Because I've asked them before.
Common sense.
I've asked them before. The dome has to be 40,000 kilometers in diameter and hold up the waters above whatever that is. It's got to be sitting on some sort of a bearing.
Exactly.
And all of it's moving. And so, yes, all of Antarctica moves with it. So we're going to have to fly down just at the right time to land when it's south of Chile, but then it's going to go around in a circle. I don't know how it solves the sun problem, but I love this idea.
And just in case they need to get from, Santiago to Sydney, Flat Earth Airlines, they'll get you there Mach 3 guaranteed.
That's fantastic. I love that idea.
Anyway, that was all I had for you. Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot, Flattened Destruction.
Yep.
All right, looks like we got Maddie back. Looks like the video is working. And Flattened.
Yeah, you froze up on me. I don't know. It was on my end.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, Maddie, or not Maddie. Flattened Destruction. There you go. All right, he popped. Oh, where's Maddie? There you're back. Don't go.
I'm back.
Don't go.
I don't know it's like switching on my end for no reason. I'm not touching nothing. But
all right.
So we're good now. All right. So I was the one that talked to you in the Discord chat about the sun getting in the way. The mountain getting in the way of the sun. So since then, I've seen, and I think it might have been CC again. He's one of my favorites. I can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
Stupid shit. But I think he mentioned something about everyone has their own star, their own sun, and their own moon. It's the most delusional thing I've heard yet.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think that Jaren definitely deserves a little kudos for kind of doing what he's going to do, like actually following through with it. We'll see if he goes all the way through.
Yeah.
But I don't think Witsit will. I think Witsit will definitely search out an excuse. And so what I see happening is it might actually, so it's not going to like cause the flat earthers to like end permanently, but it's going to cause a bunch of infighting. I think each major creator like Derek Thompson and Dubé will start to figure out like what works best for their audience, which one they like the best, like you said, with Witsit, testing out ideas. And hopefully they'll have a schism and they'll all go different ways and it'll cause infighting, which will pretty much halt the progress.
Yeah. Well, they already have, of course. They're already infighting about this. Like QE says that Witsit isn't a flat earther, Oakley too, because he's considering going. Because flat earthers they don't wonder if the earth is flat. They couldn't question. If you question it, then you're not a flat earther. You have to know, and you must not have any faltering in your faith.
That's why I get the biggest kick out of, they say the scientific dogma and we're in a religion. And it's just, how do you not see that that's what you guys are doing? Like the exact same thing.
Yeah. It's projection.
I had an idea, and I don't know what it costs, like the means to put this together or not, but for another experiment while you guys are down there.
Okay.
And so what's the cost for launching a balloon? Like I know a couple other people have done it before, but it would be really cool to do it down there, to launch a little balloon with the camera on it again. I forgot who else did it.
Well, it's been done in Antarctica, not by us, but flat earthers sometimes refer to the video, but just little clips of it, where, because it's a barrel distortion lens. So just like always, they have the horizon below the middle of the screen, and then they just crop out that section.
Right. I'm saying if you guys do it down there, then they can't try to argue like, oh, it's been doctored, or it's a certain type of lens or whatever. Exactly. Like be able to, like, you put your hands on it, what we launched. Like,
yeah. So let's see. So in order to do that, you have to bring the balloon, which is big, and you have to bring the helium, which is in a tank.
Yeah.
So you have to get the tank there. So you can't bring that on the plane. So we would have to contract with ALE ahead of time to get
bring it out.
Get that there. Yeah. So the cost of that is probably pretty high.
Another couple of grand added on top.
Oh, minimum. And then the other problem is there's a few other problems. None of us going have any experience launching balloons with cameras, and there's a lot to know. So we'd have to get up to speed really, really quick on that, and or bring somebody that does know. And then the gear is a bit specialized. You have to have a box. You have to have it so that the batteries last. So so the coldness isn't any different because at the 120,000 feet, it's cold. So it has to deal with the cold. So what they typically will do is put hand warmers in the box with it and have extra batteries in the box. And so all that costs more weight. So it's,
wow. I didn't think there'd be that much, but wow, there's a lot.
Yeah, it would be really expensive, I think, to do that. But I think doing that is a great idea, and flat earthers every once in a while offer the idea that they want to do that, but they generally don't. There's been 2 that I know of that have done it, and both had curve in their video. So
I know, and they still argue with it. But that was my point, is that maybe if you're all there launching the thing together, that you can't argue against what you launched.
That's when they come up with excuses about, well, here's, they invent new optics. They're like, oh, it's actually the limit of your view, and the limit is a circle. Oh, but just a little bit ago you said the horizon's flat, therefore flat. Which one is it?
Right.
So
last thing I wanted to suggest, and this has actually got to do with DRP. You should take the 2 example pictures and you should black scale them, black and white. It'll make it a lot harder to actually genuinely make it into a hard to be able to tell.
Which pictures?
DRP, DRP, Dirt the Potato.
Oh.
Dirt the Potato.
You
gotta make them black and white.
Yeah, for
make it really,
the more advanced ones. Yes, because you can tell
really
skin tone. Nice.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
That's a great idea. All right. Yeah, I'll make another. I have to make another set, right? I made 7.
Yeah.
7 already. I just need to make another collection. All right. Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll see you in the chat.
All right.
Bye.
All right. We got CV McCullough on deck, but you know what? As it has happened, you may be surprised, but I have received yet another. While he's out on for the run, another suggestion from Raynard Wilson. And he's full of them, and this run is just going and going. So here we go.
I think I know what the excuse is going to be now. I finally figured it out. They're going to say that they were kidnapped and they never agreed to be part of this experiment in the first place. They were taken and held in Antarctica against their will, and therefore any scientific findings that might come about as a result of the observations are by definition tainted and immoral, and therefore the Earth is flat.
I think he's onto something. All right. CV McCullough, how you doing? Oh, nothing yet. CV is not muted, but the camera is off. But I don't see any. I don't see the indicator light there. So, all right. While that is happening, I'll do this. I got a few things to read here. From the crowd, we got Mr. Toffee's sent another $10. Thank you very much. Lord Illuminous Pooh said, check your pal of pay. Oh, yeah, I did. That's one of these directions. It's in the tally there. Thank you very much, Lord Illuminous Pooh. Larry Scott for $4.99 says, Jaren decided that a large part of Flerfs are Team Fear. Too scared to go. Then he coined Team Venus, flat Earth not including sun, and that was great. That was a great tactic for him. And you think about this. You ask a flat earther, they're like, a new person comes in, like, explain to me the seasons. And they say, oh, well, the seasons, that's what we can explain the seasons. The seasons work because the earth, well, I gotta get it up here, right? You gotta see it. Don't you gotta see it. All right. Are you working on it, CV McCullough? I heard a little something.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. All right, let me finish this this idea here. Let me see. Oh, well, what's going on? There's that. I need to, oh, nothing. My second camera, no worky. All right. All right, Stephen McCullough, what's up? I'll have to debug that in a minute.
I actually think that what they're going to end up doing is to revert to what they originally had said, is that, oh, we went beyond the ice wall, and now we're into the outer, like the parts that they don't want us to see because they're holding back all this ground from us. They went to Narnia.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. An interesting idea. Like, because when Flat Earth Dave brings up his thing that's got all these extra little domes, basically, like all over the place, right? Different circles.
If you can't explain it, then just throw magic in there because magic fixes everything.
It does. So it could be. I think this might be the best one yet, CV. That we go south, but we just don't go south a little. We go south a lot, and we get to another land where we're in the middle of a smaller little circle, and we go to the North Pole of that one. Right?
It's a second sun that you can't see because the ice wall is too tall.
Yep. Oh man, you're onto it.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna go out there, you've got to go full send with being out there. I mean, like, I really think that they're gonna go like outhouse rat with this.
Outhouse rat. What? Can you explain for that? Of course, I know what you mean, but by what's outhouse rat?
It's like you're crazy like a Mad Hatter. I'm trying to use my adult words.
Oh, yeah. I appreciate that. I think that's for the best.
Yeah, I mean, well, you're monetized, so, you know.
Yeah.
I just feel like this is the direction that we're going to end up going because I have talked about this with some other people that I know that are, fairly intelligent. And they're all like, there's no way that you could go down there and just not end up being something. And you wouldn't go down there if you thought it was going to disprove you if you didn't already have an out. Now, I think we all know what Witsit is kind of going for. He's going to go for geo, stationary.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know about Jaren. I'm not sure that. I don't know. I'm still torn between the fact that Jaren is actually being honest about this. I mean, I don't know. After some of the stuff that he's done, it's hard for me to believe that he will be 100% honest about it.
Yeah. So history tells us to be cautious.
I also feel like if you had any type of body camera, great content. Great content, because things are going to be said to you that you would want a record of.
Yeah. So I priced out a little bit. Like, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna have to have memory cards for each. Basically, I did the math. It's 3.5 terabytes a day of video. So I need I need a 4 terabyte card. Yeah, 4 terabyte card, and these are micro SD, and they sell them. Is that what it was? Hold on, let me look. I have it out. 512 gig. Okay, sorry. 512 gig. So it wasn't that much. It wasn't terabyte. It was less than 512 gig per day. And so 4 512 gig cards, they're about $50 a piece. So each, a card per day. And then like a
plus the camera plus batteries.
Yeah. So a GoPro Hero Black, which is a $200. It's kind of the base model, which is all I'd need, because I don't want 4K video, because then I need a lot more memory. So 1080p at the little higher compression, that's fine. So
something else I have been that I have thought about is how secure are you that none of your things will be corrupted or messed with while you're there?
What, like somebody gets into my tent and messes with my stuff?
Yes.
Well, that's a thought.
I'm not sure that some people are not above that. Like I said, I'm not going to name any names. I'm not saying anything about anybody. This is just purely a thought experiment. This is just things that.
It had not occurred to me. I did not think that the people going would have an issue. This Roger Ledwell, who said he's going, is another flatty. I don't know him at all. He's on Flatzoid's crew, so that tells us a lot about his integrity.
Well, there's another one.
Yeah. So then you got him. You got Lisbeth. Don't know her well, but from what I do know, it doesn't concern me. You got Jaren. I'm not concerned about that from him. And you got Whitsitt. I really don't think that's not a character for him. So it didn't concern me, but I think it's a good point, for me to be cautious. So yeah. And all we have is a tent, right? It's not secure. So
can't really lock a tent.
Yeah. But yeah, Icy Spin says people don't do that in real life. They have reason to be morally upright. So yeah, I don't think. Yeah.
While I agree with him, morals are also subjective.
Yeah. But anyway, I think I'll take it as caution, and to be careful, and I will be, of course, on high alert the whole time I'm there. So.
Well, last thing, appreciate what you do. I think it's really important because I feel the same way that you do. I hate dishonesty.
Yeah.
For people to spout dishonesty, it just irritates me. And also, the Mountain of Dicks last night was pretty funny.
You'll have to
I'll
go.
just leave it at that. I'll have to drive out after that. I don't know what else I can say.
All right, thank you. And if you're curious, you'll have to watch the video from yesterday. All right, I got an update from here. Is this of the on Pastebin, right? So 2 sons. Let's see. We got the I don't care excuse from Brenda. We've got They Never Went Anywhere from Raynard. The Geo Illusion Trick, aka Not Antarctica. We got Marjorie Taylor Greene, Change the Weather from Cretan Bow. We've got Dragged or Mars or Similar. Yeah, Drugged or Mars from Raynard Wilson. You got Antarctica Rotates with the Dome from Flattened Destruction. I think that's my favorite so far. We got Personal Sun Theory, which Maddie, it's Maddie, I think. Maddie proposed as something that Cece has said. 14, Kidnapped or Held Unwillingly in Antarctica from Raynard, and then Icewall Narnia Land North Pole Translocation, CV McCullough. Oh man, that's a great one. That's a great one too. All right. Oh my, we got a bunch coming. We got Michael Quartas. Michael Quartas coming in. While Michael's on his way in, let me read a couple things quick. So don't start talking just yet. I see you there. NASA security force has been a member for 20 months, says all NASA penguins are on stand down. They'll be fine. Darkstar 4400 for $2 says Illuminati. Fnord. Mr. Toffee says the pictures were taken at the wrong time of day. That could be. We're going to get video though. I think we're going to have 3 of the Insta 360 cameras going. Total, I think 2 of them will be going 24 hours a day, and they have, if you know about those, they have 2 cameras actually, one front and back, and then they're a fisheye lens, an actual fisheye lens. And so then there's a seam between them. And so there is one VR video from the McMurdo station where the sun goes across that seam, and they're like, it was fake. Like that's what those cameras are like. So what we're going to do is we're going to have one camera this way and one camera this way, so the seams do not overlap. So if you're like, oh, this one here, the sun crossed the seam here. Well, it did not cross the seam here at the same time. So we have this backup. So that's what we're trying to put together right now. So, all right. Michael Quartas. How do I say that?
Yes. You said it perfectly. Thank you.
Awesome.
Hi, I'm Mike over IP. I run the Drunk Debunk show. So I think that they're gonna. I really think that they're gonna stick with the coffee cup caustic, and the reason for that is because I'm like on all the Facebook groups and all that, and I feel like there's more of that stuff coming up, like just explanations of the coffee cup caustic and how there's daylight, 24-hour daylight because of that effect. Of course, you're going to see the sun, right? And you actually, like, you're going to see the physical sun. So that's what I think they're going to do. I think they're just going to say, oh, it's the reflection of the sun on the firmament or something. That's what I think the excuse is going to be. And I think they're going to double down on that, honestly.
That is probably the big one. Though one of the things we're going to do is get other people elsewhere on the Earth simultaneously getting pictures of the sun, so we can look at the sunspots through solar filters. Sunspots are like a fingerprint. They change constantly, so you couldn't travel in time 6 months earlier or 6 months later to the North Pole. Right? If we're going to travel in space to different, we could travel in time, right? It's all relativity. Right. But yeah, the sunspots will be a fingerprint. So if it's a reflection, reflections would cause it to be mirrored.
Right.
So
or even like if it's being reflected on a concave dome, it would be like the sun would be completely like stretched out.
It'd be distorted.
Yeah. Like the light wouldn't be consistent with what you'd expect, just looking in the sky at the sun. So,
and when does it switch from being the real sun when you're looking north to being the reflected sun when you're looking south? When did that happen?
Well, I can tell you, MCToon. It's magic.
It's always magic.
So yeah, I just wanted to. I've been watching you for a while now, and I'm a big fan of you.
Thank you.
And I'm very excited to see you and FTFE on Bauer's show. That's gonna be a great time to watch.
I am looking forward to that.
Yeah. All right, cool. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you for having me on.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, have a good one.
All right, we got Max. Oh, everybody loves Max. Max and I today we. Can you give me a 5 right now? Give me a high five, man. That was awesome.
Yes.
That was so good.
Yes, and wait until you play the clip because that's the 1 minute before we came in, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, no, I don't talk with those satanic trolls." It's like, oh, you're so precious. I love you, Dave.
Oh, all right. Did you send them to me?
Yeah, I can send it. I can put it in here in the chat.
Okay.
I made a little clip, a 1 minute clip. Give me just a second. Let me pull it up because I will be milking that to the extreme. It was precious.
All right.
And then the good thing was that after we came in and we just started speaking, the hosts realized that we're not trolls.
No, we actually we had evidence. We had knowledge. We had skills. All right. Did you send it to me?
Wait. Where do you want it? Because I have it on the
Discord. Discord is fine.
Discord, yeah.
Or yeah.
Right. 1 second. There it is. Yes.
All right.
But I do have an answer for the idea, the excuse that they will give.
Yeah.
And given that everyone showed their cats, I'm going to show my cat.
Oh.
My cat.
His gato named Cat. All right. I prepped it so that I can share it when it's time. Are you showing the cat? Almost. Oh, you can't hear yet. All right. There we go.
Yeah.
There is.
Such a beautiful boy.
Don't let the kitty chew it. No, don't let it chew on your.
Don't do that. No, chew on this here. Okay.
Oh, that's great. I love that. That's such
He's
a good.
so white.
It's such a good story. The stray cat.
Yes.
That's
and
fantastic.
I bet him he followed me home and, well, okay, I guess you're mine.
That's so cool. All right. So if people didn't see it, it was great, but I'm going to bring it up right now. I'll play it. You will hear the audio. You won't be on screen while I play it, but that's fine.
Oh, it's okay. I have the stream on another monitor.
Yeah. All right. So for backup, for background, Flat Earth Dave was on a live stream today. He tweeted it that he was going to be on the live stream, which he might not ever do again. He might not ever tweet that he's going to be on the live stream again. And if he does, let me tell you, people, watch his X. Watch for him posting that he's going to go live somewhere, and let's get some right. I have a job, right? So I was lucky today. I was working from home. Normally a lot of the time on Thursday, I'm not working from home, but I was today because we're going out of town tomorrow. So I shifted to work home today. Anyway, somebody should go on and say, hey, get for fair time, right? You had point. Let's bring on counterpoint. Okay, so here it is. They did it and they were great. So let's hear what Dearth has to say.
Discussed it before we going offline. We have a guy that wants to debunk Flat Earth Dave about the round, the Flat Earth. Do you guys want him to join?
I'm not interested in talking to any of these trolls. I never talk to them. They're a waste. They're a waste of energy. You can talk to them all you want. You should talk to them. You have them on.
I would like to see somebody.
You should watch. There's hundreds of debates with really good flat earthers talking to these guys, and the arguments, it just goes nowhere. We've been doing it for years, and we're literally, it's not worth talking to them. Now they could say the same to us. Feel free to talk to anyone that you want. It's a free world. I choose not to talk to satanic trolls. I don't.
Oh, okay. You should not to give us the.
You got to weigh this stuff out yourself. It's like
to this.
Satanic trolls. He's not a non-practicing Jew, right? He doesn't have this as his religion. So he's leveraging that. He's just using that as leverage because his audience. That's it.
Right. Yeah. It's basically pandering to the audience. But
Yes. But these two guys, I don't think were quite that audience. I think they heard that and they're like, this guy's a little nutty.
It's insane.
So after that, Max came on, and then a couple minutes later, I came on, and we had a great talk with these two guys. And then, so it was Malman, and then what's that other guy's name? How do you say it? Febrocas. I thought it was like Flat Earth Brocas, but it's not.
Yes.
He said it's Portuguese for pork chop.
Yes.
Whatever it is. Anyway, and then this other guy, Ricardo and Kiko, they left. I don't know. One of them is like, I have another meeting or something, and so we just talked to those two guys for 10 minutes afterwards even.
Yeah. 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I had to get back to work because I was in the middle of work. I had stopped for lunch.
Me too. Yeah.
And I said, I can't miss this. And I started messaging them and I tagged them directly. So they sent me the email and I emailed them. The subject of the email, Dave Weiss is a scammer. But he was there to promote the Dome shitcoin.
Yes.
But of course, he couldn't help himself to bring the flat Earth into it. So, yeah.
That's his shtick. Yeah.
They had one flat Earth adjacent, the one with a fee, who said it wasn't about a fee. But yeah, he just lies. And you did a stream yesterday with Craig where you covered the exact same derp. The exact same derp. He goes over and over saying the same things repeated. Like that would drive me mad. But yeah, it was crazy.
I try to mix it up. When I'm in a debate, when I look, what am I going to cover in this debate? I'm like, I want to cover something I haven't done lately to mix it up for people. But of course, Dave is going to it. Mostly a new audience every time.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was wondering, what is he doing on a stream that gets like 60 regular views? And today the hosts were so happy because they got like 10 times the views that all of their videos get. That was crazy.
Yeah, I did a community post on my Conspiracy Tunes channel, and then also sent it on Discord to everybody. So yeah, they were getting a lot more traffic than normal. Yeah. So that's how to do it. Yes. Right? If we to be respectful. So if something happens, if you see a notification during the day that somebody's live somewhere, go in, be respectful, say, hey, here's the facts. And you should, if Max is there, if I'm there, if somebody that we know, right, who's good, say, all right, you need to get this guy on, and feel free to use the general chat on my Discord server, or maybe we can even have a channel to organize some of these things if we see it happening.
But I think what you said was correct, that he's not going to advertise where he's going to be anymore.
He might not.
Counterintuitive, because one of the guys asked us, so you go around following Dave? And we answered no, we don't go around following him.
No.
We're kind of poking on him right now because of the whole app fiasco, but it doesn't, he doesn't debate. So
and to be fair,
it's no point.
I just did propose that we follow him around.
Right.
So yeah, let's follow him around. If he goes live with somebody and he starts lying to them, absolutely get in there and say, hey, let's get that knows what they're talking about up in there and say you need to bring them on live right now. And if they're like, well, we can't, we have a schedule, whatever, people have that, say, okay, contact somebody and have that somebody come on on a future date, and it will be your most viewed show.
Icy Spin asks me, because that's what I wanted to talk about, my idea of what the excuse is going to be.
Yes.
Right? I asked him to put the paste bin up, but if you have it handy, can you put it up?
I do.
Because my idea
there it
is that what they will do is an amalgamation of all of the ideas that we're giving them right now. So they will go and say that they were kidnapped, but there were also two suns, and that the Antarctic was turning around, that they were on the other side of the dome with the mirror reflection world, but they were also on Mars, and it was the personal sound. They were kidnapped, so everything is invalid. Marjorie Taylor Greene set up the weather control system to make everything good at that time. And I think that all of the 16 ideas that we have there right now, they will do an amalgamation of all, because the problem is that we're giving them ideas. And I also think that the best one was the Antarctica rotates. Like Atlantis is below, and they have sort of like a freezing tray that generates the ice over Antarctica, but they can rotate that anytime they want. So
it's just it's like it's the ice floating on the water. That's the bearing, right?
Yeah,
so
you just need a little motor, and you can make it spin. So you don't even have to move the sun. You can just move the ice.
I love that. I don't know how that works. I don't know how that solves a problem, but it doesn't matter, because none of the problems, none of the solutions that they put forward actually solve the problems anyway.
No.
So all they need to do, this is what's really funny. All they need to do is hear somebody give an explanation for something. It doesn't matter if it actually addresses it all. They'd just be like, oh, that was an explanation. It's awesome. Can you explain that explanation in your own words? No, but it was really good.
Can you measure it? No. You can't measure it. Or like the helicopters holding the artificial sun.
I know.
The sun simulator. Like, none of that makes sense, but it could be.
Here's the question. Simkia, don't you think even some questions are legitimate? I think most flat earth people will give in to the ball when the sun circles, but not without questions. I like your optimism, but for the most part, all right. I don't know what it's like in Uruguay, but in America, in kindergarten, it's the teacher says there's no such thing as a stupid question. And in kindergarten, that's the case, right? They're kindergartners. Right. But as you get older and you've got the background and the history and the foundational work done, there are stupid questions.
Yep.
So, in elementary school, you basically, without hearing the words, maybe you cover the laws of motion.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And Uruguay is probably the same, right?
Yeah, our education system is quite good.
Yeah. So by the time you get to middle school, if you're asking questions about the conservation of momentum in your science class, as if it's doesn't exist, or like, right, or not understanding it, be like, wait a second, we covered this 2-3 years ago. You really do need to have that as a prerequisite for this class. And so, is there such thing as a stupid question? Yeah, there is.
Yeah, as you grow up and in college and in university, then you really do have like, hey, don't be asking stupid questions. Just read the damn book.
Yeah.
But Simki asked another question before that, says, matters now, don't you think questioning a gas ball in space is legitimate, even if there is a circling sun? And then asked to someone else, Mr. Groovy House, don't you think Jupiter as a concept is odd? Gas ball in space, legitimate to me. But we can see gas clouds in space.
Yeah.
They're very big, so they're scattered, and gas has very little mass. So
yeah, they don't collapse
into
quickly.
A solid.
Yeah.
Right.
So the explanation, the alternative explanation offered of it's just lights in the sky isn't a valid explanation. So is there such thing as stupid questions? Yes, they are. But let's answer the question that we think is stupid. Okay, let's elevate it from out of stupid to actually answer it. Jupiter is a floating gas ball in space. And like, don't you think that's weird? Not at all. Gases coalesce. That's why mass attracting mass is a thing, right? We know that is a thing, and that's the consequent of it. So all that has foundational information and evidence. So what is the other explanation for it? Lights in the sky isn't an explanation for it. And that is really weird to think that that would be something that you would accept. So Simkia, what is anything that's actually reasonable as an explanation for what Jupiter is? And I don't know is a stupid answer. You need a real answer. So,
especially when we can get access to, I don't know, people like Astronomy Live, who has volunteered, and you can talk to him and you can schedule a time where he will let you control his telescope.
Yep.
And I sent him a message a couple of days ago. Hey, I think I'm preparing a flat Earth debate. Could I get some images from you? And he just did a dump of images
so
on me.
good, yeah.
It's so great. And I talked with I had a debate with a flat earther from Uruguay today in Spanish, which I got from the chat that you had with that
Javier
dude from Spain, Javier.
Yeah.
So yeah, he has a member of his audience who's a flat earther from Uruguay, and his dodge was that you didn't do any of those observations. It's not done by yourself, but it's like, dude, these are people that I know from the internet. It doesn't matter who makes.
So yeah, it's a common excuse for evidence.
Yes.
But of course, all of the things that person, I don't know that person, but I can say this confidently. All the things that person accepted as factual that brought him to think that the Earth was flat was not done by him.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's the fourth law of Flerf. Third law. It's the dual standard of evidence.
I told him, he asked me, how can you prove rotation? And I told him, well, Bob spent $20,000. And his dodge was like, well, Bob was an undercover Glober. It's like, oh, okay, thank you. Got it.
I usually don't do that, because his testing was not rigorous and he didn't, publish things. I just go to the actual publications, the real ones, the very, very large optical gyroscopes that were created that people
but
designed.
You're nicer than I am.
Yeah.
You're nicer than I am. I can get a little bit more aggressive, especially with belligerent people who he came on to the debate and told me like, oh, your English is so bad. And it's like, oh my Lord, dude. No.
He's criticizing your English? How was his English?
Yes. Horrible.
Well, okay, cool.
He only said like a couple of words, but yeah, you could tell
it was
that
the whole thing was in
Javier.
Spanish. It was all in Spanish,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, but I went live a couple of minutes ago to tell the people about the experience that we had in the afternoon with Dave. So when he came on, I was speaking English. So he said sort of like, hello, blah, blah, blah. And then he told me like, oh, your English is broken. It's like, okay, yeah, sure. When people go to that or to my voice, it's because they have nothing else. Literally, they have nothing else to say. And I just laugh it up. It's like, yeah, okay, sure.
All right, Dr. Nimrod has a good question. If a person truly doesn't understand or misunderstands something, then is the question actually stupid? There's nuances to it. So to be fair, people can ask questions that are, I don't know, because they don't understand. Okay, I can grant that, but it's not. If they've been told, which of course, you go on Facebook and you see people asking, flat earthers, like thinking that this is some sort of a gotcha for the globe. And there's an answer for it based on evidence. Yeah. And they ask it again and again and again every day as if it's some sort of debunk, but it's not. That's stupid. Yes. Right? Now, do they not understand? Okay. And all right, right to this, Dr. Nimrod. If a person doesn't understand, if the topic is something that they should understand, or if they're presenting themselves as if they do understand and they don't understand, this is top left, this is Dunning-Kruger, then what word can we use to describe them? I think stupid is an accurate word. They think they understand, but they don't.
Yeah, that is the aggravating thing when someone genuinely doesn't understand or has sort of like a brain fog moment, and you explain it to them, and then it clicks, and they go like, "Oh yeah, got it."
Yeah, if their answer is thank you,
right?
Awesome.
But then you get people saying stuff like, this guy told me today when he said, we went over the thing that level actually means curved, and I was showing him off your website, the citations. He was telling me, whoa, well, that's just papers. That's just, you're religious, you're just paper. And I was explaining to him like, okay, we've already addressed this. I did like 3 or 4 times. These are not papers. This is not a religious book. These are manuals that are used by people in the field who actually build stuff in the real world. It's not equivalent. It's not the same thing. And his dodge, his coping mechanism was, oh yeah, you just believe papers. Like, well, okay. If that's your view of that, well, I guess then yes.
Yeah, it's denialism. So what does he think, and where does he get the source for his definition of level? Nowhere. It's even worse. He believes in nothing.
Yeah. It is always fun to I don't know. What a couple of people ask me why do you do it? And it's just fun. It's just fun. It's good fun.
There's a lot of reasons.
Yes.
Right? It's fun. It's educating people. It's preventing people from getting into this. Which is not harmless because it brings them to other stuff that is more harmless.
Oh yeah.
Look at where the flatties on X are currently headed. Mm-hmm. Right? It's strong racism to the flatties on X.
Yeah.
You wind up just rejecting a bunch of other things too. So.
And at the greatest moment in human history where we're doing historical things, we catch a rocket with the launch pad and let it loose. We reuse rockets. We don't have to just discard them anymore. And it's such a great time to be alive. And they just go like, nah, that's fake.
Yeah. All right. I've got Ion, and then I saw just a moment ago, I saw Matthew Hakeem was in your dog.
I need to change that because now I have a cat. So
that's Oh My Cat.
Oh My Cat. Yes, I'm going to change that. I just need to switch the chip. But thanks for having me on. It's always a pleasure. Give me another high five because that was great in the afternoon.
That was awesome today.
Audience, love you. Take care. I'll be in the chat. Thanks so much.
All right, we've got Ion and then Matthew Hakeem. You are invited on. Absolutely, you're welcome to join. Ion is good morning. It's not morning for me, but is it morning for you?
Yes.
All right.
I was also going to say it's all of the above, but specific excuse they will invoke is Shame's globe-based model that he stole from Walter Beaslin.
Yeah.
And they will say that light will do whatever it needs to make it look like it's a globe, but it's actually flat.
Yeah. That's it. Yep. Absolutely. Whatever it needs to. But this particular one on screen right now is so funny because they love this toroid. But what do they always miss?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Based on the globe.
Well, that's part of it, but no, it's even worse than that. Because here's the I'll send you my other right here. Where so they think that the North Magnetic Pole is right here in the middle, right? That's the North Magnetic Pole, and then the toroid comes out and does these big loops. Right, as you had on your screen, but in reality, and they can't deny this because it's actually measured. and confirm this is where the south magnetic pole is, right there.
Yeah, exactly.
And so it can't be a toroid in the shape of a donut. It has to be North Pole here, South Pole here, and it has to be like going in a curve underneath the flat Earth. So it's not a toroid. It's a horseshoe. So this picture that they like to have up all the time that you're showing on your screen, it doesn't work because that's not what the actual magnetic field looks like.
Yeah.
So this is, I mean, you're showing here. You want to explain what it is that you're showing for the audience?
Yeah, so Shame stole the code from Walter Bislin, and it's based on the globe. So this is some specific lines of the code from Walter Bislin that's also used by Shame. That's using the radius of the globe to calculate everything.
It's literally in Shame's SHAM, little sign language M3. Shame's source code that he stole, the radius of the globe.
Yeah. These are from his HTML.
And if he changes it, it won't work.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Like, all they're doing is acknowledging that the Earth is a globe when they do that.
Indeed.
And only, right, I'm amazed that some flat earthers will look at that and actually say, oh, that's fine. That's fine. It's not. But they actually do say that it's fine. It's insane for them to think. Yeah, it's the first law. It's the first law of Flerf.
Yep.
All right. Did we get that down, Icy Spin? On the list? Let me reload. Amalgamation. We got the amalgamation from Max. And then we got light will do whatever it needs to do. So they say radius doesn't mean a sphere, it means something else. Oh, where did that come from? And how does that relate to the actual physical size that it was used for the modeling internally? It's so good. And so Walter, I had emailed Walter, and he sent me also a page that where you can change the distance to the moon and the distance to the sun, and then see what it does to the model, and it screws everything up. Right? It doesn't match anymore. The phase of the moon stops matching reality.
Yeah, so, I remember you showing that previously.
Yeah. So what's his name again? Light does funny things. What's his name again? Shame Saint Plagiaire? Or we're talking right now to Ion. I guess I didn't say it when you popped in here. This is Ion. Radius of the Earth, which is a circle. Duh. Yeah. Well, I mean, it could be the disk, but this doesn't work. You don't get 6,371 kilometers. Here you get a 20,000. You get 40,000 diameter. You get a radius of 20,000 kilometers. So it's off by a rather large amount, from 6,371 to 20,000. So I don't know where they're getting that. And if it's just if they're like, oh well, it's actually just 6,000. Well, these things are well mapped out over centuries. Half the equator is 10,000. So like the outer rim would have to be, basically the southern part of the United States there. That doesn't work to get to 6,000. Amazing.
But you're invoking math. That's not allowed.
Well, Shame Saint Plagiaire uses math in his plagiarized model.
Yeah.
You're focusing on the graticule spatial distortions. The straight lines radiating from the center are accurate distances, says AIX. This graticule. He likes to use that word. Like, what the hell? What is the context of graticule? Oh, so silly. All right, that's the time. Anything else here?
Thanks for having me.
All right. Yeah, thanks a lot for joining. And oh, hey, you know what? I happen to have just received another from Reynard on his rather long run through the streets of London, and it must be getting toward the end because we're sitting here with I think it's about 6 a.m. there. So, man, this is a long run he's on. So, all right, here's the final one. Maybe we'll see.
I finally figured it out. This is what their excuse is going to be. It's actually a rehashing of Joshua's long day that the miracle described in chapter 10 of the book of Joshua in the Hebrew Bible, in which the sun was held aloft in the sky so that the Israelites could continue their battle and eventually prevail. Well, God was sending a message to the flat earthers that they should never give up. The sun failing to set for 24 hours was in fact a sign that his chosen people, the flat earthers, were in fact correct.
Amazing. There's a new one for you. Icy Spin. A new one for you. All right. I got nobody in the queue. If you want to come in, you can. The Zoom link is pinned, but Matthew Hakeem, I saw you in here. You are invited. So Matthew, you're being a flat earther. The question to you is not what will be the flat earther's excuse. The question to you is, what is your very specific prediction for what will be seen in Antarctica? My very specific prediction is that at local solar noon, when the sun is highest in the sky, it will be seen due north, and it will be 33 or 34 degrees in angular elevation. And 12 hours later, at local solar midnight, the sun will be seen due south at an elevation of about 13 degrees. And in between, it will slowly increase and slowly decrease depending on which half of the day we're on. And then it will all day long circle overhead. It will never set. And I will commit that if the sun does not do that, I will delete all of the videos on my channel and have just a single video sitting on my channel that says where I declare that the earth is flat. And this is my offer. Any of the 24 invited flat earthers can provide for me a unique script. So I'll record up to 24, where I'll say whatever you want me to say within, moral limits. I'm not going to be vulgar, stuff like that. And I'll give this one to you, Matthew. If you want me to record a special video just for you, I'll do it for you too, Matthew. So I know he's watching. At least he was. He hasn't joined yet. But your question then, what will the sun do? And if you don't have the balls to produce a prediction like I just did, then, you have earned zero respect. Include East and West. All right. I will leave it at simply right now for Matthew, because Matthew's kind of a simpleton. At local solar noon, 33 or 34 degrees. At local solar midnight, 13 degrees angular elevation. No set. Sun, no set. Sun stay up all day. No eat crayon, Matthew. All right. Let me see here. We got a few more super chats coming in. Let me catch up on them. Got to roll back here. We got Daikaru says, I feel ripped off simply using common sense and basic observation to see that Earth is a globe. How can I get on the NASA payroll? Okay, so the NASA payroll, what you want to do is you need to call down to headquarters. And when they answer the phone, listen to the person's name. Because if it's Karen, you do not want to talk to Karen. You want to call back later and make sure it's Betsy. She's the one to talk to. All right, you say, Betsy, I would like to get on the payroll. What do I do? She'll walk you through the process. There's some forms that you'll fill out. Some oaths, You know, they have to kill a goat. The thing, you know, the normal stuff. The problem is that they suck at actually paying. I have yet to receive the first paycheck. So anyway, that's how you do it. Good luck with that. If you need, drop my name. But actually right now, drop Max's name. He's like top dog right now, by the way. Anyway, Silver Phoenix Rising for $10 says the body cam is an excellent idea. Do it. Okay. I Roland My Boulder proposed it to me, and I like the idea. So if I can make it happen, I need to get like the harness, and it has to go over the coat, right? It has to fit over the coat somehow, or maybe it can be inside and then like I can have it open. I don't know. It depends how cold it is. Otherwise, maybe on my head, if I'm like there's a time when we're going to go on a bike ride. I don't know. Maybe we'll be on a bike ride. I'm not certain. But yeah, things like that I'll have to figure out. And then for batteries, so to have the battery pack like inside the coat in an inside pocket and then a USB cable out to it would probably work, because then it can stay warm and still power the camera. So I should bring one in here. I have a 30,000 milliamp hour brick that can charge and be charging at the same time. Mr. Toffee says for £2, I will put 1,000 or 100 pound that Toon will never make that video. Well, never have to publish that video, I think is a fair one. Yes. I'll make the video. Absolutely make the video. So I will be making the video. I'll tell you this. I will have it. I will upload it. It will be sitting on my channel, and I'll screenshot the control panel on my page there, and I'll even publish the script. I won't publish the video if it doesn't happen, right? Because the flatties would then just play it. So they don't get that. But my offer is to each one, including Matthew Hakeem. There you go. All right. Steve6464 says, is Jaren a 1940s mustache man adjacent like Witsit? And if not, how can Jaren stand Witsit? To my knowledge, he is not. He has not said things that I'm aware of that are in that vicinity. I'm not aware of everything he said, so, but none of like, he's got stuff to do. The mustache man adjacent stuff is for people that got nothing better to do than to just think that is yet another woke truth that they think they have. So Icy Spin, let's see. And a tale of Antarctic land of excuses or something. Oh, what is this? Are you looking for a reading of this? Oh, that's not too long. Okay. Would you like a reading? I can, you know what? The hollow drugged two-sun dome conspiracy, a flat earther's Antarctic Odyssey. Okay, hold on a second. This looks interesting. You know what I'm going to do? It's a tale you wrote yourself. All right. Tell you what, here's what I'm going to do. This looks good. I've not read it all. I've just read the first paragraph, but for you, Icy Spin, for you, I will read it with my, it will be a dramatic reading. Okay. We got it. This is going to be good. I'm going to use my teleprompter. Just so you know, I use this right here. I use this. Let me, you're going to see the making of the sausage while I do this. So, all right. Here's the keyboard. I use this keyboard. Now here we go. See this? This goes right here. You see that there? That's where it goes. All right. Right there is about where it needs to go. Now I can look. I look right there. I look right there, and I see the top of the Uno deck, or a box here. Right? All right. Now, I have emailed my phone the script that I will be reading momentarily. Ooh. We got, remember there's a 100 watt hour limit on power bricks to take on the plane. It's about 2,700 milliamp hour. There can be multiple of them though. Oh, minus 30,000. All right. All right. So when I read a pre-written script, all right, here we go. This is, Eric Meyer. Thank you. I'll cover that in a minute here. When I read a script and I'm looking into the camera, this is how I do it. You're watching. Okay. I run the teleprompter app here. I copy it from the email. Paste it in here. It used to sync on Dropbox, but for some reason, the app I use no longer syncs on Dropbox. So, whatever. Don't know why. All right. Now, there it is. You see that? Now watch this. Let's see. I'll move it so you can see. Oh, I didn't turn it on yet. Okay. Keyboard's on. All right. Space bar. You didn't see it. Space bar does that, right? Right now. Wrong way. All right. It goes right here so that I can see it. Nice. And this goes down here on the floor. All right. That's an ironing board. I just noticed. All right. Let me get, there it is. Here's the, all right. And I don't know if this is any good at all, but I'm going to record it also. So, all right. Let's see. Don't need that. Let me get a sip of tab. Yeah, Jonas Breen, there are places to discuss politics. This isn't it. Go find a place where, there'll be places where people will enjoy that. This isn't it. Not that people here don't have opinions, but this is where we come together, regardless of our position. And we all celebrate the joy of destroying flat Earth. Okay, here we go. Icy Spin's, a dramatic reading of Icy Spin's story. Raynard Wilson had always been suspicious. He'd spent years unraveling the so-called truths of the globe and had finally committed to what he believed was the ultimate revelation. Earth was flat. Hold on. You see, and I have to do this sometimes. Start over. Raynard Wilson had always been suspicious. He'd spent years unraveling the so-called truths of the globe and had finally committed to what he believed was the ultimate revelation. Earth was flat. The governments were lying, and nothing, not even Antarctica, could convince him otherwise. So when Raynard, along with his skeptical comrades like Brenda, Maddie, and Michael from the Drunk and Debunked show, embarked on an expedition to the icy south, it was supposed to be the ultimate test. They were certain they'd uncover the final piece of evidence that would prove their flat earth theories correct once and for all. But as soon as they arrived, Reynard knew something was off. His first clue? The double sun. Not one, but two glowing orbs were in the sky, casting long shadows across the snow. I knew it, Maddie whispered. It's the personal sun theory. They must have a second sun just for us. Brenda, forever cynical, muttered, it's all a government trick. Holograms, solar generators, we're not seeing the real sky. But before Reynard could investigate, the ground began to spin. He blinked. Was the dome spinning? The whole ice cap seemed to rotate around him. Slowly at first, then faster. Antarctica rotates with the dome? Flattened Destruction had always warned them. Was this it? Was the whole ice sheet spinning under their feet? Suddenly the wind picked up and it began to snow. Brenda swore she saw Marjorie Taylor Greene flying past, adjusting the weather patterns with a suspicious smirk. She's in on it, Brenda cried. They're changing the weather to throw us off. Reynard began to feel drowsy. He couldn't tell if it was the biting cold or the coffee cup Michael had passed him earlier. But something wasn't right. Michael, already tipsy from the pre-landing drinks, giggled about the coffee cup caustic effect, causing reflections of the suns, while Reynard stumbled through the snow, convinced he had been drugged. Maddie theorized that they'd been kidnapped and held unwillingly in this fake Antarctica, hypnotized into believing they had arrived at Hold on. I messed up the very ending there. All right, I'll back it up. I have to do a cut in the final. Happens. Okay. Reynard began to feel drowsy. He couldn't tell if it was the biting cold or the coffee cup Michael had passed him earlier, but something wasn't right. Michael, already tipsy from the pre-landing drinks, giggled about the coffee cup cost effect. You see? Making the sausage. Reynard began to feel drowsy. He couldn't tell if it was the biting cold or the coffee cup Michael had passed him earlier. But I pressed the wrong button. That's what happened. All right, hold on. How many times? As many times as it takes for you. Icy spin. All right. Got to get my space bar. There it is. Okay. One more. I got it. Reynard began to feel drowsy. He couldn't tell if it was the biting cold or the coffee cup Michael had passed him earlier, but something wasn't right. Michael, already tipsy from their pre-landing drinks, giggled about the coffee cup caustic effect, causing reflections of the suns, while Reynard stumbled through the snow, convinced he had been drugged. Maddie theorized that they had been kidnapped and held unwillingly in this fake Antarctica, hypnotized into believing they had arrived at the true southern pole. And then the real horror hit. This wasn't Antarctica. Reynard, in a moment of clarity, realized the entire place was a geo-illusion. They had been tricked, flown to a simulation designed to mimic the icy continent. We never left, he shouted, his voice barely heard over the howling wind. This is some kind of Narnia land portal, and we've been teleported back to the North Pole. But before anyone could respond, they all found themselves standing in front of the infamous ice wall, which now shimmered with holographic projections. Beyond it, Reynard swore he saw a wormhole, like a portal leading to Mars. Or was it another part of the simulation? Maybe Mars was a lie too. By the time they returned to their hotel, the group was delirious. Raynard concluded that they'd been drugged, hypnotized, and spun around in an artificial Antarctica where a solar simulator and holograms projected 2 suns. The whole thing had been staged by the shadowy powers that be, and though no one could agree on exactly what they'd seen, they all knew one thing for sure: they hadn't seen the truth. As Raynard checked his phone that evening, one last notification popped up. Marjorie Taylor Greene says the weather's back to normal. Raynard sighed, ready to tell the world his unbelievable tale, knowing full well they wouldn't believe a word of it. There you go. How was that? I wasn't reading you guys here. So I recorded that. Let me save it. I'll edit that and chuck it out on Conspiracy Tunes. make sure you all go and give it a thumbs up. All right. So all right, I gotta get the keyboard off the floor. There you go. Now you know the secrets. Turn off the keyboard. Put the giant Uno back on the floor. All right. I gotta save it. Save it to where it goes. So that was the choose your own adventure. That was my idea. Basically, that was it. It just happened. So good morning, conspiracist. I love the conspiracist. Okay. All right, there it is. We got your story. Save it to here. All right. All right. Mr. Toffee says, I'm glad I stayed up to 6:12 a.m. to hear the gold. I might even, I'll see. I'll see if I can edit that and have it come out tomorrow. I need a thumbnail. 1280 by 720 if anybody wants to make a thumbnail for that. IC Spin. Can I reread that as Bing Crosby? I suck at impressions. I'm no good at impressions. Calder of Basalt, that was written by IC Spin in the chat. So there it is. The idea. Yeah, that was Max's idea to do an amalgam of it, and then IC Spin put it together. The choose your own adventure thing that I was talking about maybe doing during the 50 hour was, if you guys have something that is, on topic, I love to do that kind of stuff. So I'd definitely be willing if somebody has a script. So, all right. Anybody still wanting to you can't see it here. At the top of the live chat is a link. Matthew Hakeem was in earlier. He's a flat earther and he left. I saw you here, buddy. So, okay. Max should get the credit. He pressed enter. Anyway, I want to hear Flatty's predictions. And I know that might be something that never happens. And I tell you, Flatties, if you have no prediction for what will happen, then you already lost. You already lost. Yep. I mean, you could make 10 predictions, right? Be specific. The sun will be at 13 degrees angular elevation, and I can show you the geometry for it. I will do that someday. I was sent, Denny Faulkner. He actually sent a geometric proof. These things exist. If you took geometry, you'd know that. You remember back to geometry? Here, do this. You need to do a proof. Oh, how's that work? I loved those. They were my favorite. Okay. Melodic Lyrics says, I had a thought related to Reynolds. The excuse will be you were flown to a different Earth on the infinite plane where the sun is always overhead. Yeah, we did get that. I think that might be like, don't give him this idea. But if you look at Dirth's map that he likes to put up where there's bunches of circles, right? Now, what if they come in, they're like, oh yeah, there's a circle. There's another one. And it's right here. They're like, yep, we were flown to here. Right? And here, there's a sun going around in the correct direction. And it's the North Pole of this circle. Don't tell them this. I don't know. I totally see him doing that. This is foam. Little more here. There's my mic. And I need to like cut this better, but that's anyway. Sits around the mic. I don't know how much difference it makes. As long as we're showing the sausage making. All right. Mike over IP says anything is possible when you have the power of nuh-uh. I like that. Mike, your mic sounds great. And it was your mic over IP. I don't know. I struggle getting my audio to sound good. I don't know. I have a nice mic, but I don't know. I don't know if it's good or not. Lord Illuminous Poo for $5 says, sorry folks, no face. I can't afford to replace all the screens. Ask Leslie. I blinded him the first time we met. Upside, he's got a nice dog out of it. Why does he have a dog? All right. Lord Illuminous Poo again says someone needs to put a single lamppost in the snow and convince them they are in Narnia. Come on, they'll buy it. That'd be great. Like walk out like wearing like a big fur thing. We're like, I just found this in the wardrobe. What's going on here, everybody? Cretin Ball for $2 says, I sent you MTG weather control tweets on Facebook. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Okay. Jeez, are you like, you can't be serious, can you? Yes, she can be serious, I guess. All right, hold on. I'm pulling it up. We'll see in a second here. All right, there we go. We've got Marjorie Taylor Greene, actual tweet there, says, yes, they can control the weather. This was October 3rd. Not that long ago. It's ridiculous for anyone to lie and say it can't be done. Of course it can't be done. The physics of it. The physics. You have no clue of physics. Marjorie Taylor Greene. This book is free. Go read it. Go study it. Go become knowledgeable on this. Jeez. Readers, yeah, then readers added context. It was a community note. While small-scale cloud seeding to create localized rain is possible, hurricanes and other large storms cannot be produced with modern technology. And then a bunch of links. There you go. She really said that. Man. All right. Thank you for that, Cretan Ball. We've then got Zuma Ray, who says, one small problem with Coffee Cup Caustic, they have to explain why the sun goes around the wrong way. Yes, it doesn't help, right? There's so many problems with Coffee Cup Caustic. The actual like illuminated part and non-illuminated part doesn't match. It's a cardioid shape, so it looks like it's a butt crack. So in certain spots, it would be nighttime, and then they'd have like a few minutes of daytime again, and then it'd be nighttime again, where that little butt crack part comes up. That doesn't happen. unless you think that people can be asleep enough that they don't notice in the middle of the night that the sun just came up, or not the sun came up, that it got bright. Like, where do they think the light will appear to come from? Right? If there's no clouds and it's like, it's the coffee cup caustic and it's bright outside, where will the light appear to come from? There's a light source. There's always a light source. Will it's got to be just reflecting off the dome. Well, if it's just reflecting off the dome, then the reflection would be, you would see the sun. It'd just be a big smear everywhere. The rabbit wants to debate me? Hi, the rabbit. The link is there. Oh, is the rabbit a Flerf? Lord Luminous Poo says 3 adopted, 1 stray found us, and 1 rescue. Oh, this is pets. Very cool. Yeah, we've had 2 kind of rescues, right? So Donkey was found in a ditch with the whole litter, and then the people that found them brought them up so that they could be healthy enough to give away, and they just gave them away. Cost absolutely nothing. Super nice people down in Texas. Picked up on April 8th, the day of the eclipse. And then also a previous one, if you remember, we had Diamond and Shadow. Shadow had 3 legs. He didn't come to us with 3 legs. He got hurt. He was in our yard in a pile of wood, and we think he fell through. There was some lightning, and he caught. So he comes hopping in, and this part of his leg was just 45 degrees down, and he's just sitting there, just looking at us like, hey, that hurts. That was it. Like, he was so nice. She was so nice. So we're like, oh no. So brought her to the vet. The vet's like, oh yeah, that's broke. So your choice is to spend a huge amount of money at the University of Minnesota, where they could put pins in it and stuff, and it might not work, or you just take it off, and they don't care, and they get along fine. We're like, okay. So that's what we did, and she was totally fine. She didn't care. They don't have an ego. Ego, id, something else. I don't know, 3 parts of our they don't have an ego like that. So they don't look and say, well, they've got 4 legs and I've got 3. Oh no, they don't have that. So she never cared. She'd go running down the stairs. Running down the stairs on 1 leg. She'd get to the bottom and just like chest into the floor and like tumble, right? And then get up and be like, I meant to do that. It was great. NASA Security, it's NASA Security Force says, can you reread that as Bing Crosby? Nope. I don't even know. I'd have to go listen to Bing Crosby. Icy Spin says the story is our best hypothesis for what to expect. NASA Security Force again comes in and says, I have another out for the FE, the dude defense. That's just your opinion, man. It's a classic opening, but we'll put you in check in 1 move. Bearded Logic said the rabbit wants to debate you. I don't see in right there. The zoom's open. The rabbit. All right. The rabbit says big fan and no, I was trolling for trolling chat. Okay, got it. You could, rabbit, if you want to come in and just say this is what you think the flat Earth explanation will be, you can do that too. So Mr. Toffee says all mods are gods, or did it just affect me? I don't know. Id, ego, and super ego. There you go. I don't know. I don't. I'm not up on that. That was something my mom long ago taught me. And all I remember of that is just the names. Well, 2 of the names, not all 3. So psychology degree comes in handy for something. There it is. All right. Well, it is 12:24 here. I've been going for 2 hours and 24 minutes. So, okay. Ooh, let's go. So we've got Icy Spin. I'll pull it up has updated the list, the excuse list. There it is. All right. I'll put it up on screen for everybody. There it is. Got down near the bottom. We got light will do whatever it needs to do because reasons. Ion. Rehashing of Joshua's long day, aka magical sun is held in the sky. Winded Raynard Wilson. And then 20. Dude, that's just like your opinion, man. There it is. Awesome. That's it. That's a wrap. Oh, all right. The rabbit is installing Zoom to get the prediction. All right, I'll wait for that. In the meantime, does anybody have a request for the outro? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this. We're gonna get a little excuses going. Excuses. I won't play all of it. It's 4 minutes and 57 seconds, but I'll play a little bit of this clip.
No, you didn't see the 24-hour sun. You may have saw 24-hour sunlight. I literally am about to have someone on my show that used to work for NASA and was stationed there for those 6 months where you're supposed around the time you're supposed to be able to see the sun. And he said you only see sunlight. You don't see the sun, which can be explained with coffee cup caustic and many other things. It's a 24-hour sunlight that you see the sun itself that has never actually been proven. It's just a claim you guys regurgitate. Thanks for playing. You guys keep bringing up the 24-hour sun, but actually that doesn't happen. It's only sunlight, which can easily be explained on a flat Earth. And if it was so easily proven that the sun is visible for 24 hours, you would just have tons of videos of it. It would be very easy to see it. That doesn't exist. And why would they be fake?
It's another thing that's weird, right? Like, you guys know that flat Earth fully embraces the 24-hour sun in the north. And our entire point is there's an abundance and plethora of that being recorded nonstop, no cuts. You can go personally verify it yourself, no problem. And many people have done it. No one's ever been claimed to be stationed there for NASA for 6 months and never seen it. But that has happened in Antarctica. So the 24-hour sun works perfectly on a plain Earth, right? So no, we don't deny that. It's easily verifiable. You can go verify it yourself. That's kind of our whole point, is we want to be able to verify it ourselves. And yeah, we don't.
So he's going to verify it himself. What will that verification entail? And will he accept the verification once he's done it himself? That's the question. And I think we know the answer. All right, we've got the rabbit and Zoomy. Zoomy's coming in for a late drop in. So all right, the rabbit. All right.
Can you see me?
I can. How you doing?
I'm good. First, I've enjoyed all your live streams this week. I've got COVID, so you've been entertaining me all week.
Oh, good.
And also, I was trolling. I'm not a flat earther. It was just fun.
Okay.
Also, my prediction is we're going to get a second son of the flat earthers. There's going to be one on the inside, one on the outside. And it's just, that's my prediction. I don't know. I'm going to be wrong. I'm 100% wrong because I don't. So
all right. Well,
see a second sun coming.
I mean, all of the predictions that we've had fun with tonight are 100% wrong. So
okay,
so you're in good company.
What they're gonna say, but
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh no apologies.
Yeah. I figured that's how they're gonna explain seeing a 24-hour sun, like one sun's crossing when the other sun's on the other side of the world. That's kind of like a clock.
Yeah. Well, they like to say it's a clock.
I'm gonna let you go though. But
all right.
Thanks for letting me be on, though.
Yeah,
Big
thanks.
fan.
Thanks, Rabbit.
A couple years now.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
All right, and we got Zoomy is on the way in, and then Rabbit, you can. Oh my gosh.
I don't know how to get out.
Okay, I can do it. Just a second.
That's my first time using Zoom. I got Flerfs understanding of technology.
All right, thank you. All right, I don't know if I want to show this, Zoomy. This is so disturbing. Oh my gosh.
Do it. Just do it.
This is Zoomy's. Is this AI?
Yeah, I used AI predictive.
Zoomy put my face on someone else. It's so disturbing. It's got that. What's that? Where
Uncanny
robots?
Valley.
The
Uncanny
Valley. It's right in there.
Yeah, it really is.
And
that's what struck me most about it.
And the top. No. It's Let me not think about this for a minute. Lord Illuminous Pooh, says called my boss mom. Freudian slut. I mean slip.
Well, I do have a prediction of what they're going to say, at least.
Okay.
Antarctica is actually on the back of a giant turtle with a flashlight taped to it.
It's as good as all the others.
Well, I mean, clearly,
it's on my screen. Turtle. It's big on my screen. Zoomy did what last night?
Yeah, last night.
Zoomy sent this yesterday in DM, and I'm like, all right, do you want to see it, people? You have to want. I mean, this is your warning. Like, get a bucket if you got a yak. All right, the turtle moves is extrapolating Marjorie Taylor Greene's theories. They use space lasers to create the impression of a 24-hour sun. There you go. Speaking of Marjorie Taylor Greene, what are the odds that she's in Dave Weiss's app? Right, one of the 200,000.
Carrie Lake is definitely one of them. I can already guarantee that.
Who's Carrie Lake?
She's one of the people that QAnon with Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Okay, you think Carrie's
she's
I think so. Definitely a flatty?
And I'd say she's on the verge of becoming one.
Yeah.
Which is sad. But I don't know if she actually believes or not. But then again, she believes a lot of other crazy stuff. So she was the woman that had gun Jesus babies as a gun Jesus baby, something like that. As,
her podcast. Yeah. She ran for governor in Georgia. What's her name?
Carrie Lake.
That's not her. No, that's not Carrie Lake.
Yeah, it's Carrie Lake.
No, Jesus, Babies, and Guns is not Carrie Lake. That's
Oh, it was governor of Arizona. Sorry, it was she ran for governor of Arizona.
What was her name?
Or Nevada?
Yeah, she's a senator from Arizona. Okay, yeah. Okay, no, Arizona. Not Candace Owens.
Not Candace. No one.
What was? Dearth was on her show a couple times. The Guns, Baby, and Jesus. The Jesus. Did you notice that it's Jesus? Dearth is a non-practicing Jew.
That was Candace Taylor.
Candace Taylor. There you go.
Was the Guns, Baby, Jesus.
Yes.
But Carrie Lake is the one that went on Dearth show. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Lake, yeah.
NASA.
I get those two mixed up. All the time because they're pretty much carbon copies.
Okay. Well, obviously, I'm trying to avoid showing it. NASA Security Force says the coffee cup caustic would be negated if you see two sources. If you don't see two sources of light, the second would be diminished. It needs to be one. It needs one to be obstructed. I think the coffee cup caustic, you'd have to see a big smear all the way around because it's this reflective surface is what they're saying it is. But of course, none of this makes sense because you'd see it all the time. If it was reflective, you'd always see it.
Also, I've seen them where they put it on the outside of the dome, which
the coffee cup caustic puts it puts the sun
outside.
No, they're like here's my makeshift sun, right? This is what they say the sun does, right? All the time they're like, this is the sun. But now with the coffee cup caustic, in order to see here, they put the sun here.
Here, yeah.
The sun is there, outside the dome now.
Yep.
At some elevation above it. Like that's not how it works. But okay.
Yeah, it can't be simultaneously inside and outside the dome.
I see spin. Do you suppose the rim of the Earth is made of porcelain?
Oh, God.
All right, NASA Security Force. No, it's not. It's Zoomy. It's cat now.
Oh, cat.
It's cat. Oh, my cat. Right. For a while, Max had brought to us I love this. Oh my dog, but now it's oh my cat because Max has a cat. So there you go. All right, NASA Security Force says, who made the space lasers? It's adjacent. Okay, all right. I'm gonna.
Everybody is asking to see it. So
I don't like this. That's it. That's all you get. That's all you get.
Horse for scale.
Okay, I don't have to look at it anymore. I can put something. You know what? I could have put something in front of it anyway. Okay, there it is. There it is, everybody. You were warned. So.
Perhaps I'll do this.
Yes. Oh my cat. Oh, there you go. That's better. That's so.
I'm getting strange. What's his name from Impractical Jokers? The bald guy.
Murr?
Not Murr. No, not Murr. I can't think of his name.
Murr, Sal, Q.
Not cute. Not any
Joe.
of those. It's the
And Joe.
I'm getting strange Joe vibes from this picture. I don't know why. But he's a definitely ringer for Joe.
All right. Oh, that's gross. That's so terrible. The mouth is so weird, and there's way too much hair. So
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, Zoomy. I'm gonna wrap up the show here, and I'll let you see yourself out.
All right.
All right. 4-hour film gamer. All right. Bye, Zoomy. 4-hour film gamer says, "Hey, Toon." And all right. Hey, Josh. Josh Garver shows up, says with Josh, third super chat, says, "Where is the best place to donate for the Antarctica trip for my third super chat?" So both GoFundMe and PayPal have a up to 3% fee, but CashApp only has a one-time fixed transfer fee in and out of bank accounts. So that's the one that has the least like percentage fee. So, but you have to attach CashApp to your bank account because those kinds of transfers are a lot cheaper. So, that's the one. Josh Freer's third super chat. I appreciate that. So, all right. Yeah, YouTube takes the largest percentage, and I get it. I get the YouTube percentage because think about this. All of the things that I do are stored on their servers on their hard drives. Right? And I hope that I get enough views that it pays for them. But the flat earthers that upload 5-hour videos and then 14 people watch it, like they're not making money on that. So anyway, there's a lot of overhead and so there you go. Mr. Toffee says, "Let's see Toon in Antarctica. Please donate." Thank you for that. So I will be buying my plane ticket. So I am like one more step in going, and if I don't go, then either I'll have to get a refundable ticket, or I will just refund. So if I don't go, I'll send the money back to the people that sent in, because I'll probably take from Cash App or PayPal to do that. The funding through GoFundMe, I'll just probably do that as one bank transfer directly to ALE when I do that. So, all right. NASA Security Force says, "I put in my application to the Optimists Club, but I don't think they'll accept me." That's a problem. Yeah. It might be because of your non-optimism. I thought, I knew somebody that was in the Optimist Club. And I'm like, hey, I guess that's kind of cool. But my friend and I were like, hey, we should form the Pessimist Club. But then we're like, screw it. Nobody ever joined. Sounds dumb anyway. Lord Illuminous Pooh says, "Zoomy, I'm speechless. Me, 4 heart, oh cat. What is that? Icy Spin says, can we confirm that a sizable bottle of Flerf Tears will be presented when you return? Oh, yes. Oh, you know what? Somebody sent me, I need to respond to this email. Somebody sent me an email. I'm a laser engraver and make labels for the auto industry. Let me know what size labels you want, and I'll make you some Flerf Tears and Flerf Beverage self-adhesive labels. I need to respond to that. That's so good. Okay. Madeline May says, please make an edit of the story by itself to post on the channel so I everywhere. Oh, wow. I don't know. I will. So after this, I'll grab that. I'll make a quick video of it with the edit. There's just one edit in the middle there. So that. That picture, I can for the love of cat, I can't. How'd I do? So, all right. Yep. One of these days I'm going to form the Procrastination Club. Absolutely. Okay. So I am just, I'm heading out of town for the weekend. It's MEA in Minnesota, so that's a long weekend for a lot of people. MEA is like there's going to be teacher conferences, but they never do it. They just take 2 days off, just like everybody else. So thank you everybody for joining. Thank you for the super chats. And the outro song. I think I've got one here. Come on, here it is. There it is. Overload. Josh Garver says, I don't have Cash App. What's the PayPal link? PayPal is mctoon27@gmail.com. It's in the description of this video. So it's in there. So thank you, Josh. Josh has always been super supportive and generous. NASA Security Force, they keep coming in, says, why do we park in a driveway and drive on a parkway? I always thought that was funny. There's a lot of those though, isn't there? And none of them are coming to mind. The only thing that ever comes to mind for me is the guy with no arms and no legs. For some reason, those I remember all of them. What do you call a guy with no arms and no legs water skiing? Skip. Cargo goes by boat and a shipment goes by truck. Gowden's River, when is the album coming? I need to get a few more songs. I have a few. You need 10. An album needs 10. So I do have, I've got another Dearth one. Somebody prepped for me a while ago. And I need, you got to have a video. You got to have the music video part of it, right? Just a song? No, it's got to be the whole thing. So Discord Flerf Tears bottle is just a concept so far. So, yeah. All right. What do you call a guy with no arms and no legs hanging on a wall? Art. What do you call a guy with no arms and no legs laying in front of your door? Matt. What do you call a guy with no arms and no legs flying over a fence? Homer. What do you call a guy with no arms and no legs in a hole? Phil. Why do I have them all in my memory though? Like they're 80s jokes, but I still have them. Okay, Icy Spin. What's this? Okay. Why is this? What is this? Okay, hold on. It's coming. I was all queued up. I was ready to go. Okay, it's all good. There it is. Bottle. Flerf Tears. Antarctica shaped. Oh, it's an Antarctica shaped bottle that you put Flerf Tears in. Oh, that's genius. I love it. All right. NASA Security Force says, what do you call two nuts on a wall? Okay. Lord of Luminous Pooh. Yes, you can. I haven't closed the Zoom call yet. Dr. Nimrod, so your hands won't get cold during the winter. A triumph, a miracle. I don't know what that means. All right, so we've got NASA security force coming in for the call. Max says, I would love to do Wits Eats Bookers with Jon Snow. You make the beat and I can hook you up on Facebook, Max. Dr. Nimrod says, check my previous post. Why does a ladder have a heated rear windows? What do you call a lads? Okay, all right. Why does a ladder have heated rear windows? What do you call a lads at the top of a hill? What do you call two ladders at the top of a hill? So your hands won't get cold during the winter. A triumph, a miracle. Why does the ladder have heated rear windows? So your hands don't get cold in the winter. What's a ladder? Is that a car? Hold on. It's a brand of small cars manufactured by Avtovaz, a Russian state-owned company, from January 2021 until May 2022. The Lada was integrated and then with sister brand Dacia into Renault's Lada Dacia business unit. That would have helped if I knew what Lada was. Okay. Now I can make sense of it. Hold on. Why does a Lada have heated rear windows? So your hands won't get cold during the winter. What do you call a ladder at the top of a hill? A triumph. And what do you call two ladders at the top of a hill? A miracle. There we go. Now I got it. I think. NASA security forces, what do you call two nuts on a wall? And the answer is, oh no. Then the follow-up is, what do you call two nuts on your chest? And then
that would be walnuts and then chestnuts.
Oh my gosh. And then, all right, hold on. Then NASA security force says, what do you call two nuts on your chin? They go together, the chat knows. Oh my gosh. Walnuts, chestnuts, chin nuts? Do you know the answer, Pooh?
You would need to take the phallus out of your mouth.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Not the jokes I came here for. My joke is...
It's so much more classy. I'm sure.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Because if we know one thing about Lord Illuminous Pooh, it's the classy jokes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I just wanted to come in and point out how every Marvel movie takes the time to make sure that the male lead gets their shirt off so you can see the Marvel abs. And a lot of people think that's the female gaze, but no, the female gays are lesbians.
Okay.
The female gaze.
Is that because you'd have to spell it? G-A-Z-E?
Yeah, that's why the one is the viewing and the other is the preference of partner.
Okay, say it again. So when you hear it, I needed this. When you hear it's spelled G-A-Z-E the first time and it's spelled differently the second time? All right, try it again.
G-A-Y-S for the... So,
all right, so start over.
We'll try this again.
Take two.
So in the Marvel movies, when the main lead ends up taking their shirt off, a lot of people think that's for the female gaze, but the female gays are lesbians.
There we go. Cut. And that's a wrap.
That's my professional phone voice. That's at the sound of the tone, the time will be 12:50. Beep.
And it is 12:50, people. Thank you. Thank you so much. Lord Illuminous Pooh. All right. We'll see. We'll see you later. All right, give me a second here. I gotta prep the outro that I had prepped before, but it's no longer prepped. It's okay. We're all good. I'm an expert. I'm a professional at this. I think. Maybe. All right. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna update this quick. Josh. Amazing. All right. Do you mind me saying that, Josh? So hold on. And there's that. All right. Sorry, I got no sound coming to you. I'm working on this. All right, new update. Might as well check over here on the GoFundMe. Oh, that updated too. Everybody, thank you so much. This is, I'm like so excited and absolutely just I don't know what words. I'm not wording right now very well, but to the support is overwhelming. Okay. Here it is. We've got the current amount, 23,967 is just about 27. And after Josh Garver, we are at 25,094. Josh sent over 1,100 on PayPal. So thank you, Josh, so much for that. Thank you so much. I messaged Will. I'm like, hey, this is where I'm at. I'm nervous. He goes, book your ticket, book your flight. I go, all right, Josh, thank you for that. Thank you, everybody. As all of the thanks to everybody, and probably as penance, you also get Broverload to a song. Oh, it would have been better if I was ready to switch it. I'll have to do it again. Pretend that you'd strike it from your record that I just said that. NASA Security Force says everything died. I'm a professional. You're going to get a different one. And the reason why is because I haven't updated the members list. It's much different. So I need to do that. So you're going to get the Icy Spin says Josh Garver wins. Thank you so much, Josh. Very much. Thank you, Josh. Dave Kircher, Bryant Myers, and Walter Bislin, some people that have really made a big difference and have moved it forward a lot. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And for that, you get Broverload the song.
I'm making cops Austin Joe Biden, oh, and the earth is flat. This dude thinks the earth is flat for me. Blah, 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 brain coach, oh, the battery's dead. Oh, bro, like you, hey, bro, where are my AirPods? I was like, bro, no, bro, and I'm like, what, bro? Like, I'm like, bro, cool story, bro. So I'm like, wow, I literally never saw the dude not drunk, bro, like literally ever, okay? It's like, dude, I gave it to you, bro, get an F in life, bro. Hey, bro, cry me a river, bro. Oh, wow, are you what a psycho, bro? Ha, later, bro. Hello, what a psycho, bro. He said, have a nice, bro. I said, I'll pray for you, bro. Shut the F up, bro. You he's but, bro, what a weirdo. I don't call the cops. They wear pentagrams on their chest. They can only have 105 IQ. I'm not a big fan. Hey, bro, Austin's such an idiot. I'm like, what? Because I got kicked off about right. What are you kidding me, bro? You know, bouncing golf balls on hammers and juggling. It takes a little SpongeBob doll starts hitting it. What? Bob is like the OG, bro. What a loser. You going too deep, bro, dude. This is the surface, bro, dude. Like, that's not okay, bro. This doesn't add up. It's a bad look for the flat earth. I will press charges, bro. Don't make me do this, bro. The bromance is over. You much left, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro. Oh, I'm Nathan Thompson. Like, bro, like, calm down, bro. Like, all right, I'm getting bumps all over my stomach, bro. Like, they were smashing me, bro. They were feasting. That is his identity, bro. I'm Nathan Thompson. I'm effing Nathan Thompson. I am flat earth. I'm the best flat earth actress ever flattered. There's nothing without me. What a cool story, bro. He was in prison for literally nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm like at 10 takes, bro. I'm not exaggerating. Like, cool story, bro. When you see the rainbow in entirety and completion, it's physical, literal evidence that the firm is still there. Rest assured, the earth's not about to flood, bro. You're good, but please stop talking crazy in the checks. I will continue to expose you. Like I said, the clip is only half empty, bro. Geo, bro. Like, love me, bro. Like, love me. I gave Geo the first bone he's ever had. Just get out, just leave, bro. No one cares. Memorize alternative things. Mr. Brain Train, Mr. Smart Genius. Guy flew out to LA and put on a duck suit and stacked toilet paper saying it was gonna go to the moon, bro. Purposely it misspelled the most important word, bro, to shut, bro. It doesn't add up, bro. Something doesn't add up. Something's fishy here, bro. Yeah, whenever I was like, dude, if you don't stop, go crazy, I'm gonna have to fight. He would just take off all his clothes, bro. Like, what a weirdo. Thanks for much love. I need a safe word. Keep taking that higher road, bro. It'll come back to you. I'm honestly feels disgusting and filthy. I feel like I need to take a shower.